and we should be live.
Hello, everyone. Are we live?
Yes.
Okay. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the party. Welcome to the party is like a little community where we get together and we play games and stuff. And tonight we're going to be playing Blades in the Dark. Now, if you don't know what Welcome to the Party is, we have some information. We got some sponsors, one of which is Tabletop Loot. Tabletoploot.com. They make dice and stuff. You should go check out their stuff. So Nerdware, which is the official merch sponsor of Welcome to the Party. If you go to their website and type in welcome, you can get 10% off your next purchase. RueInc.com is one of our sponsors, and she's an excellent artist who makes incredible fantasy maps, and I mean incredible. And oh god, Roll20, of course. Roll20 is a sponsor, and we are using that currently. We have been using it for like every game, and it's awesome. God, it makes character sheets so easy and rolling easy, and it's awesome. Okay, did I miss anything? Death by Mage.
Patreon, Discord.
Yes. Welcome to the Party as a Patreon, which will probably be linked right there in the chat, and it is the best way to support the channel if you kind of like what this is. The Patreon's all about trying to help creators and artists and stuff like that. That's more where the money goes. And there is a Discord, which I highly suggest you check out if you are interested at all in playing role-playing games and perhaps meeting new people who also play role-playing games. I met all of these people through role-playing games, and it's a lot of fun. So, now I think I got everything.
Yes, you did.
So now let us jump into the game. Let me tell you what Blades in the Dark is all about. Blades in the Dark is all about dirty boys and girls who live in a terrible, terrible city and do dirty deeds for coin. Usually killing people, stealing things, blowing things up. More blowing things up in our game. And stealing. A lot of stealing. We are in a world that has been kind of destroyed. The sun is gone. The seas are black and full of leviathans. The cities are surrounded by giant lightning walls to protect them from the hordes and hordes of cannibal ghosts that roam the world. And the city just sucks ass. Everybody is awful and the worst. People eat bugs and shit. Kevin told me that goats are the only things that drive carriages, not horses. Kevin,
horses are too expensive.
Horses are too expensive. Horses are too expensive in this world. Imagine that.
I mean,
they're
general,
actually incredibly expensive. They're incredibly expensive in our world, too. I could not afford a horse. I would be using a goat. So, that's the setting. And our players play scoundrels. And let us meet our players tonight. We are going to be down a player. Unfortunately, Brock cannot join us tonight. But he's with us in spirit. So,
as a Nigel.
As a Nigel. He is with us as a Nigel. Then let us go around the room. Tell us who you are and tell us who you're playing tonight. Bison.
Hello, I'm Bisonic Kevin on the Twitter, and I play Sparrow. She is a lurk who can be ghostly.
All right. And Crystal.
Hello, people. My name is Crystal Fear. I go by Crystal Fear on Twitter and pretty much everything else. I am playing Ebony, the Whisper, who is very much a ghost expert at this point.
Which is was valuable in the last session, but you weren't there to help anybody, and they all had difficulty with ghosts. And Death by Mage.
Hey everybody, I'm Jackie, better known as Death by Mage on the internet. I survived the ghost.
You did. You luckily had a ghost whooping juggernaut with you.
This is true.
Traveling through the tunnels alone is a dangerous speed.
This is very true. And I will be playing Victor the Leech.
Our little techie expert and bomb maker.
Yes.
For fun.
And
Undead K.
Hey, I'm Kate, also known as Undead K. I will be playing Scarlet the Hound with a ghost cat.
With a ghost cat. What is your ghost cat's name again?
Ember.
Ember, yeah. Ember the Ocelot, if I'm not mistaken. It's not just a cat, it's a fucking ocelot.
Yeah.
All right. So that is our group. And last we left you guys off, you had just finished a job where you were stealing a bowl from a witch, a magic bowl from a magic witch. in order to bring it to the gang known as the Mimes, so that they could free you of all of the wanted posters of yourselves around town and try to get the police to stop hunting you. How they do this, you're not sure, but all you know is that when you deliver the bowl, your name will be cleared pretty soon. However, that job, though the job went perfectly, there was a whole lot of shit that happened because you all hanging out in Dunslow and doing some stuff. First of which, Victor. Victor, you had quite a day. You had a whole lot of people basically tugging and pulling you a million different directions. Meanwhile, you had to watch the witch get blown in half with a shotgun, which was terrible. And then your attention is wanted by both the Skovlin Liberation Front, who want you to help produce weapons and bombs for that. Oh, smoke grenades, I'm sorry. And Mishka the Merciful, who is the leader of the Cords, demands your audience as well. She's one of the gang leaders of the city. While you were dealing with that, Ebony and Grimulkin found out that one of the other gang bosses, the leader of the Billhooks, wants your heads because you failed to kill John Irons and instead made some sort of pact with him that he is unaware of or became friendly with him. And so, being that he is a paranoid gang boss, wants you all dead. Unless you can kill John Irons first, which is still on the table. So, while you guys were figuring out what to do there, Scarlet had a very both fortunate and unfortunate run-in with a hideous fly man, a man who is literally like a fly man, who warned her of a coming danger, which appeared in the form of a swarm of nasty biting insects, at the center of which was some humanoid figure that the fly man referred to as Phil. The fly man, introducing himself as Silt, led both Scarlet and Sparrow through the city and back to safety via underground tunnels, having a brief run-in with ghosts, which Silt did not seem to be able to do anything about. Victor, on the other hand, had a very handy companion, rescuing from the basement of the witch a massive man by the name of Frank, who, for some reason, can punch ghosts to death, or at least to disappearance. Not quite the same effect as John Irons' six-shooters, but still effective and gets them away from him. And after a very exciting and strange day, or night, whatever, because it's always night, you all end up back at the Crowsfoot School for the Blind. I believe it's in Crowsfoot. The School for the Blind, where you were to discuss further things. I think the school's in Char Hollow.
I think it's in Char Hollow.
I think it's in Char Hollow. I think it's in like a nicer part of town.
Yeah, it's in the nicer part of town.
Yeah.
That's pretty Grimulkin's MO.
Yeah. And that's where Siren was hanging out. So, you all we can open up right now. You can all be fucking playing cards around the table. You could be killing the fly man if you want. You want to kill the fly man or Frank or something, or do whatever you want. What are we doing? Eating people? What are you guys up to?
I think we tell each other everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there anything people want to leave out?
Ooh, I like that.
Because Sparrow would let Scarlet take the lead on what happened. If you want to roleplay that, go for it.
Oh, I think the only thing Victor will not tell anybody is about the fact that he actually did take a music box from the witch's house before it burned down to the ground.
You didn't take it from the witch's house. You took it from the neighbor's house.
Was it the neighbors? Oh, it was the neighbors. Okay.
You went into his bedroom
Yeah.
and found a nice music box.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yep.
You did take a
told
whole
that.
bunch of caustic chemicals.
Oh, yes, I did. I took a crap.
From
No,
the
that
witches.
one I will tell everyone
Which
about
can-
because I
which
can't.
can-
That's dangerous.
Yeah. And that's just your your deal. You've been carrying that all around in your jacket, by the way, like in your
Yeah,
bag.
yeah.
You're the
Victor-
world's most explosive man.
Yeah,
Yeah, like,
yeah.
A great
world's
trick.
most
You can only
flammable
do it
thing.
once.
But it'll be a great trick.
It will be a great trick. So if there's nothing that you guys particularly want to keep from each other, then understand that you'll all know pretty much every detail of what happened. If you guys need a reminder, I remember most of what happened.
I've got
And
thorough
Kevin
notes.
Kevin has thorough court notes. It's like he's a court stenographer. So
I'll quickly agree to Grimalkin going off. He says, "Oh, I must find what's her face?
Oh,
Siren.
yeah.
I think that's
Oh
cool.
yeah.
Is
That
that
actually might. That would be a neat thing to do. I
Yeah.
will say that he knows where she is, that no one else does.
yes?
She would
And
probably
s-
make sure that he knows, but literally not any of you, nobody. So I think that's a cool. That might be a neat segue later.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
I
Yeah.
like it.
Okay, then he throws on his hat and goes, good luck, and walks out the door. Don't do anything stupid until I get back, and then goes back out the door.
As he says that, Victor's just gonna just slowly take out all the alchemical agents he took from the basement.
One of them spilled in your pocket, so you just have a pocket full of this powder, and you're like, oh man, that's explosive. Ah, dang it! Like there will always be residue in there, so like you gotta be careful near open flame.
Yeah.
Your jacket just goes up.
So, I believe we can wait a little before the fly finds us again. Before filth finds us again.
Hopefully.
But more pressing is the Ironbiters and the Billhooks. We have to deal with the Billhooks.
Right. So how do we do it?
Step one is talk to Snow.
Hmm.
I could mention something very quickly to. How much would one barrel of gunpowder cost?
One barrel?
Yeah.
I would say, let's say that's. Let me look at coin and stash. How much is each coin worth? Blah 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 blah. Fine weapon. I would say 2 coin. Does that sound fair? Now that's a barrel.
Yeah,
you're talking
it's a lot.
about.
It's a
Now
lot.
there are those like regular sized barrels, and then there's the shit that Billy wanted, which is the huge barrels. I would say for the small barrels, let's go let's go 2 coin per for the small barrels.
Okay.
You could also always steal them.
Well, that's a whole thing. I can talk to Billy if I need to, but he will want a down payment on the barrels he wants us to steal.
Could be worse.
Yeah.
Or I could say nothing to Billy, actually.
Well, I mean,
Fun.
one less problem, solve another, deal with another problem later. It's fine.
But I should definitely talk to Snow.
Mm.
Do you all want to do that?
Is there anyone that else we need to talk to? Looking at my notes. Because John did mention going to the other gang bosses
Mm-hmm.
very discreetly.
Yeah.
So, running through the list of known gang bosses to us, I'm sure the mimes won't care.
Yeah, I wouldn't use. They're
No.
not so much in the war game, really.
No, they wouldn't. They would be interested to know, but we don't need their permission.
And you'd have to pay a lot for any useful information from them.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
they are not cheap, and we've got good spies of our own. The
Spell-
main one we need to talk to is Snow. Who else is operating Crow's Foot?
So, Merciful Mishka
Yep.
is also in there. Psycho Billy, which I think you just want to put a line through at that point.
Yeah.
Might be a hard no, but useful ally when it comes to war. No one does it really better than him or the Badgers.
Well,
there's the red sashes, but John mentioned that the red sashes might not help you. They kind of have a good deal with Grun. Maybe you can recruit them if you give them some better deal, but they're a tough one. But Mishka does not like Grun. Snow does not like Grun. Psycho Billy's just nuts. He'll just do whatever. The crows, you could go talk to the crows. The crows are kind of on like neutral footing with Grun. They'll like barter with drugs and stuff, but there's no big love there. So you could probably sway them if you want.
Let me check the crew sheet to see if we have any rep with the crows.
But you did make the right-hand man pee himself of the crows, if I'm not mistaken. Oh,
I did not.
Got kidnapped by the Badgers, though.
I did not.
You're right. You did not. You did not. And you have a bird's name, so that might help you out.
The Phantoms weren't known to have done that specific thing of it?
Yes, they were.
Okay.
Okay. That's why you got all that heat.
Trying to pop out the... see who we have rep with and whatnot on the crew sheet. Come on. Keep loading. There we go. Yeah, the red sashes don't like us because of Scruff.
There's also Scruffy to ask for information if you ever need extra information.
Yeah, I'm not doing that, but someone else could.
Why not?
That requires getting a hug.
Why don't you love him?
I don't like...
Love that big smelly man.
No.
No, thank you.
So, also, Victor, we need some kind of insecticide grenades, if possible.
Sure, I can
if we could get
do that.
1 or 2 of those for Scarlet to carry as a precaution.
Yeah, sure. See, that's the thing, though. The swarm of bugs, they weren't coming for me. I mean, they were, but they
parted.
They parted. Yeah.
They did not hurt you.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then maybe I should carry in case they hurt me.
Might be a good idea for
taking away Filth's weapons.
Mm-hmm.
And then just put a bullet in him.
Not a bad plan.
That's medium priority.
Yeah, I mean, right now we really should focus on
billhooks.
Yep.
So my immediate thought is we set up a place where we give them John Irons. And John Irons is there with extra ammunition. Now, if we can convince Grun and distract his goons, John Irons would mow through Grun and some people, but not all the billhooks. In order to bring Psycho Billy to bear, we need to steal 6 kegs of gunpowder. Kegs, full-sized kegs. From, I'm just blanking on the name.
Dunslow, an alchemist in Dunslow.
From an alchemist in Dunslow. But he'd owe us. I could talk him into owing us. But again, I don't like doing unpaid jobs. Well, that would be paid though.
He would pay you for that.
He would pay us.
then you can always try to sway to get more coin out of it.
Yeah.
They'll always lowball you.
Or more favors.
For that.
But I think the first things first is I need to speak with Snow. And then we can reassess where we are from there. God, I want to get to the circus. All right, I should go talk to Snow now, though.
Do you want you want us all there?
If you want, yes. If you can think of something else to do. Oh, Ebony.
Yeah.
The Iron Biters were decent with ghosts, but the Billhooks are not.
Okay.
You're a big advantage against them because the Billhooks don't mess with ghosts. They don't have John Irons, as far as I know. Right? That I'm trying to remember.
So the Iron Biters all carried around iron.
Your device is offline.
Alexa, stop. Jesus God.
That's your internet cutting in and out of Alexa.
Yeah.
Then go to settings. Network.
Alexa needs
I lost
constant
connection.
attention.
That's what she just said. I mean, I'm still in.
No, you're fine. Never
You're
mind,
fine,
you
but
can't hear us.
Alexa is the one running.
All right,
So-
guys.
Alexa runs everything.
If my internet suddenly explodes, it's because that goddamn thing.
Just unplug it.
It is.
Whenever signal gets weak, it's going to shout at you. So that's
Yeah.
awful.
That's usually pretty true.
All right.
So the Billhooks, you're right. They are not as capable at fighting ghosts, especially if it's more than one. They'd be like, eh. But the Iron Biters all carry around iron weapons, and iron hurts ghosts. Because I just decided that, because that's like old school lore. So does salt, but you know.
They're not called the Salt Hooks.
Yeah, exactly. They're the Billhooks. They run around with meat cleavers and axes and shit, and they just hurt people. They just
And
cut
we
people
don't
up.
want to send our assets at them.
Yeah.
True. And when they show up, they make a big show of killing people. Like they kill people and leave them in the street, and then the wardens come and scoop it up and make sure that no ghosts show up. So like, you know, they're not in the business of killing quietly, which creates ghosts. They're in the business of killing loud, which does not create ghosts.
I mean, yes and no, because there was ghosts in the bar. There was.
Yeah, I mean, shit.
There's
you know,
plenty of ghosts in Crow's
It's
Foot.
still gonna slip through. Yeah. But like, for the most part, yeah, you're right.
So, Ebony, you said all those ghosts chased you.
When?
The hotel that you walked through the spirit door.
Yeah. Yeah, they did.
Mm-hmm.
And you shut the door behind you.
Yeah.
But what if you didn't?
I don't know that would be the best of ideas. That sounds like letting out a tiger.
A lot of them.
Yeah.
I'll put that on par with activating Billy.
Yeah.
Well, with the ghosts, I can come up with something to keep them contained.
You can do that?
Yeah.
Electric walls around
Cool.
I just
Like a
need
Ghostbuster? Like a little Ghostbuster? Come here, you! You wily thing, you in the box.
into the
Obviously.
box.
You could never cross the beams.
Listen, if
No.
you ever wanted
No.
to make a project to make something that fires the same kind of lightning that the walls do, just hit me up. Just like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, just think about that. Yeah, I mean, whatever. Like a Tesla coil that like.
Well,
why not?
there's that,
Have fun.
and there's that, and also like I can create a mechanism that then Ebony could impart her ghostly magic on, so that it actually becomes like a container for them. So
That's cool.
Like
I can
instead
do
of
that.
a spirit bottle, a spirit bomb.
Oh yes, very
Oh my
scary.
god. I love it. I love the idea.
I love
I love
this.
it.
And if you want, I can. I think I know how to create a perimeter so that the ghosts don't leave and stay in one place.
All right.
So
It's on
everything
the
else
table.
inside just goes kaput.
Mm.
Spellfolk's weak versus ghosts. So, obviously, what
It's
type are they? Psychic?
What?
I'm making a Pokemon reference.
Yes, they are.
What
Love
is weak
that.
to ghost type? Why don't I remember what is weak to ghost type?
The only thing weak to ghost type was psychic types.
Yeah, Psychic is weak to
Because
Ghost.
ghost type is not the worst, but it's not great.
It's not the great.
Ghost is weak to Dark.
Everything.
Dark. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Not weak to everything.
And ghost.
And Ghost.
And other ghost attacks.
Yep.
Because reasons.
Haunter's the best.
No, because he's weak against.
Haunter's the
he's
fucking
also
best. Shut your
poison.
mouth, Kevin.
So,
Haunter's the best. 3 harm. 3 harm, Kevin.
all right, my character dies. I'm now a ghost, and I can tell you that haunters are poison and therefore weak against psychic, which sucks.
And they only did that in Gen 1 because they realized that they made Ghost too OP and they need to balance that out.
Yeah, but then they made fucking the fairy time. All right, guys, we're getting off topic.
You need to focus
I can talk about my distaste for the Pokemon rating system, but all you need to know is that Haunter's the best. Let's move on. Let's continue through our adventures. Haunter's the best, right? Why would you do that to me?
It's Gengar. Gengar's the best.
I love Gengar,
Which
but
is just an advanced haunter. All right,
Stop
so
it.
It's Haunter with legs.
it's haunter, but you have friends.
Stop it. Stop it.
Okay. So ghosts are on the table. Billy is on the table.
Mm.
Now, I know this is metagamey, so I'm going to talk out of game real quick. Do
Okay.
you think it would be smarter to go do the Billy mission without Grimalkin so that he can be here next time?
Sure, if you guys want.
Yeah,
That's an
I'm-
out-of-game
Yeah.
consideration.
I'm perfectly fine with that because plus it gives us something. It gives us more leverage because having an added ally working for that, and then having Grimalkin come back for next session would definitely be an added advantage.
But does that cut our timeline too close?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
All right, so
If you do this, it'll be like a day or like 1 day or whatever. You guys have a week
Okay.
to kill John Irons.
yeah, but we still
Or-
need to work in some downtime. We still need to.
Yeah.
In the
Yeah.
theme, like downtime takes forever, but in the theme of in the timeline of the game, you'll still be good. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
if this takes a whole session, next session I'm not going to be like he's killing you now. You know what I mean? Like we still have time. It's
Yeah.
you know.
Okay.
Think of it more
Right.
of a story clock rather than a
Yeah.
Yeah,
me literally spanking you because you didn't do it fast enough clock.
just more of we actually have only 2 slots left on this clock, and we kind of are gonna get screwed for it in about 20 seconds.
Yeah.
And this
We have
isn't
4
as
slots.
this is not as big of a deal as you just killed the crime boss. With then it really was like, well, he's coming for you now.
Yeah.
This is more like he's like, you better do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Also, he's high as shit half the time. So like,
Sure.
It's true.
time is relative.
it is. It kind of is. Okay.
All right, so back in game. I think we should wait for Greymalkin before pulling off the whole thing and whatever allies he's able to muster in this time. But maybe we should use Billy.
All right.
Never a bad idea.
It would work or help at least.
If you need people on the floor,
Mm.
you go for Psycho Billy.
Yeah.
Is
And
that
in order
to get
a
Psycho
slogan?
Billy- We need gunpowder.
Yep.
And now Abigail sings Saltpeter. But anyway.
Nope.
Oh, and then Knitting Needles, I think. Or was it Needles? Never mind. There was a movie called 1776.
Oh,
End
of
yeah.
story.
Okay.
All right.
So,
So I think we should take care of what business we need to take care of immediately.
Mm.
And then I'll talk to, if anyone wants to join me talking to Snow. And
Okay.
I'll talk to Billy before we do his job. I have an idea.
Okay.
So, is there anything that you guys want to take care of? I know some of you guys have some things on your list. I think the biggest one, Victor. I believe you had like a ton of things that you'd like to take care of. What is your grocery list?
I think my grocery list for at least for downtime, I'm definitely wanna. I'm definitely gonna start crafting all that I'm gonna go ahead and get started on creating all that material for the quote unquote spirit box, and then the other thing I'm definitely going to be doing is I will be looking into the false IDs for the Scovan Liberation Front, that project, that long-term project I started.
Yes.
Looking into who are the individuals that Audie has been placing, or whom that the IDs are for, so that Victor has an idea of what's going on in terms of the chess pieces.
Gotcha. Okay.
And
I have that information for you.
Yep. And then I think the last thing he's going to be doing is he's going to be crafting another. I think the only other thing I can think of he really needs to do is he needs to indulge his vice, so that that'll be the third thing, and I'll just spend some coin to get that done.
Okay.
So.
Very good. So then, tinker check.
Okay, so tinker check. Yep.
For making the box.
Oh yeah, that's a serious tinker check.
or is that a long-term project that you're doing?
I figure it's probably gonna be a long-term project, since it's gonna take us some time to make it. Because it's gonna have to. Because I also need. Okay. Actually, you know what? I'm probably gonna ask Ebony to help in this one.
I think that makes sense.
Yeah,
I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so I would get the 1 die bonus for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's controlled to a degree.
Actually, I'm going to tell you what, Ebony.
Yes.
You have a whole bunch of study, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she's got like 3 study.
What did I get?
You got 2 4s and a 2.
Got a 4.
Only plus 1 die for you.
Okay, that's.
If she got a 6, I was going to give you plus 2 die for your.
That's perfectly fine. Risky standard or.
So I'm going to say risky standard,
Yeah,
just because you're creating a weird thing. Like, yeah. This isn't your normal, expertise. This is like a,
Yeah, this is like not my wheelhouse. I mean, I know some alchemy now, but it's not like the best. Let's see what happens. I got 2 6s. I got a crit.
Nice.
You
have a lot of tinkers. Oh, because you got the plus 1. Holy shit, bro! That plus 1 gave you a crit.
Yeah.
All right. So with Ebony's assistance, oh yeah, this thing's looking pretty fucking cool. Volatile but cool. Like it kind of, it's got almost like electricity in it, obviously, to keep them in.
Mm-hmm.
This is the ghost bomb you're making, correct?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. So this thing looks as intimidating as it is. It looks like it's gonna do what it's meant to do.
Yep. And for Ebony, when you're helping out with all of that, you notice that Victor seemed like this is the first time you actually see Victor actually seem a little bit more knowledgeable than usual with the design work, and it seems like as if he has had some dealing before with alchemy and some ghostly things, but you can't. I'll say that he's still asking for all of your opinions and checking the work as you're progressing.
Okay. Interesting. Very interesting.
So, you got the tinker check. The other thing that you wanted to do was your clock. Go ahead and progress.
So for the IDs, I'm gonna probably be consorting. So we're just gonna get that going. Let's see, risky standard, and let's see what I get. I got a 4, so that's that was 2. So that's 2.
Did that fill your clock?
Yep, it did.
Okay, so here's what you found out: the most immediate papers that not only were being sought after, but have been made, probably not collected yet, but created, was in order to get them close to, it was basically to make them security for a man named Judge Stephen Wells. So they're trying to get close to a judge for the 1 papers. The other ones appear to be other, you're not sure the names yet because I didn't write them down.
That's fair.
That's the job right there. But other politicians and judges. A lot of judges.
Okay.
And so these people of power, they're not like high up. It's not like the big council that runs the city or anything. But it's like these people who hold pretty honorable positions or positions with some sway, and they're trying to get close to them.
Okay. Interesting. All
But
right.
you definitely
name?
have the name Stephen. What? I'm sorry.
You were about to say what I just needed. What was the name?
Judge Stephen Wells.
Wells, not Wedge. Okay.
Yes, Wells.
Okay. Probably going to need to talk to Kuromokin about that. And I'm gonna indulge on some advice.
You're muted, I think.
No.
Jackie.
Am I?
No,
There you
you
go.
were just being
You're
quiet.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'm gonna, and then the last thing I'm gonna spend the coin to indulge my advice in.
Indulge that vice.
you got a
You got a 3.
That's all
And a
I
weird ding.
needed.
What's that?
Somebody's
I don't
microwave is done.
No, that was apparently, I thought my phone was on vibrate, and it's not.
Oh,
I
Alright.
swear I got it together
that's
It's
okay.
okay.
ish.
All right, I'm all set. Good to go.
That was there. You go. Excellent. Who else? Ebony, what are you doing with your downtime, with your time off?
Well, it's kind of after the working day, right?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
all nighttime, so like
Well, yeah.
everybody's sleep schedules are probably so fucked. So it's
Yeah.
it's really whatever you want to do. You're awake. We'll say that. You've had a long day, but you're awake.
Okay. I'm gonna go to Scarlet. Hey, Scarlet.
Yes.
I want to go and see John Irons. Spend a little bit of time with him. But I want you to follow me, just in case.
Yeah, I could do that. Sure.
All right.
Okay, I like that. So you're heading right over to John Irons then.
Mhm.
What is it that what would you tell him that you want to do? Just go out for drinks?
Yeah.
Okay, then let's say you guys you grab a carriage. No, you don't. Well, it depends. He offers to have you ride on his horse because he has a horse, and he offers to let you ride on the horse, and he can take you wherever you want to go. Would you like that or a carriage?
I will
He seems-
absolutely ride on the horse.
Okay, he asks kind of nervously because he's like, "You are a lady of esteem," so he's not sure if you wanted, but okay. So he seems happy about that, and he takes you on the horse. He's a quiet man, so the ride is a bit quiet, but it's calm. It's not like he's nervous. He's just quiet and looking around. You are able to reach a restaurant. Is it anywhere in particular?
No.
Okay. So he takes you to, I'm just gonna say, a nice restaurant in Brightstone. Just a nice, or do you want a bar, like a dive bar? Let's do a bar. Hey, John
Yeah,
Irons is a
dive
bar,
bar.
man. Let's go to a bar. So he'll take you to a nice pub. Not in Brightstone, but in Char Hollow. So you guys are enjoying this. What do you say to him? What are you talking about anything in particular? Are you getting any information from him, or are you just talking?
Just talking.
How much do you tell him about yourself? For example,
That would depend on what he asks me.
I was just about to say, so if he goes, so you're obviously not from here.
No, I'm really not.
You're Takarosi, huh? Well, why'd you come here?
I ran away. My family are powerful people, and I didn't like the life that they were trying to make me live.
Were they trying to kill you?
No, but see, my family are actually Taikarosi nobility and pretty high up.
No shit.
Hmm.
So you're a regular princess or something?
Something like that. And first off, they promised me to some idiot which I was completely not okay with.
Promised you? What's that mean?
It means I was supposed to marry a man that I had no interest in.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of that in Severos.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. People die too fast. You can't really figure who's going to be there to marry you, so you just go with who you think you're going to go with.
That sounds like a wonderful life, actually.
It's a hard life, but a good one.
I suppose.
Well, you like it here?
So far, yeah. Things have gotten a little stressful, but
Still better than home, huh?
definitely better than home.
Well, I guess to new beginnings. And he holds up a
To new beginnings.
Clink. Scarlet.
Yes.
As we go out through the window of them clinking glasses, you're probably watching through your scope or through your little pirate scope. So you're sitting there. They seem to be cool. You know, they seem to be fine. You're just hanging out in Char Hollow, doing what you do. Here's the thing, though. While you are watching over them, you notice, amidst the darkness and amidst the people wandering about, there are a lot of people out in the street. You notice a group of people. They're not moving together. They're moving separately in like groups of 2, 3, and they're moving towards the bar amidst the crowd. You are able to spot them out because this is your shit, man. This is what you're good at. You spot them, same clothes. It looks like they are wearing cloaks, but you do notice that each one of them is carrying a sword, and they do appear to have red wrapped around the swords. These are red sashes. And it was hard to notice them at first because they are amidst the crowd and kind of clutching their swords and their stuff. But this is what you do. You know, you look out for shit, you find shit. And you do see these threats making their way towards the bar in formation.
Okay, so is there anything around that similar, like the scaffolding, what have you, that I could cause a distraction, essentially?
Yes, I'm gonna say the pub that they're at, on the top of the, like on the front, is a big sign of like a big like beer flask, and it's held on by these 2 like poles, and if you just, the whole sign will fall.
Yeah, I'm gonna take out the sign.
All right. So, are you gonna use sharpshooter, or do you just want to roll your hunter or whatever?
Because I haven't gotten to be able to do stress yet. We'll just use hunt.
All right. Okay. Roll that business.
Controlled, standard.
I'm gonna say risky. Standard. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Do it up.
Oh no.
Okay. No, that's okay. So mixed success. So as you bang, while you guys are sitting there, you clink glasses, and a second before the shot rings out, you see John Irons get very like still, like just, and then you hear boom, and he pushes you, Ebony, like down to the ground, just boom, like pushes you, which is very rude, but he's in panic mode, and turns around. As you hear the second shot fired, he pulls out both of his 6-shooters. The sign, you were able to hit the one, and then you nicked the other one, so the sign begins to fall, but it swings, and as it swings, you see one of the red sashes that was going to open the door look and go, oh, and just get slammed, like just guillotine. So it didn't crush the whole group, but it definitely fucked that one as it just boom. And John Irons goes, "It's your name, Butch." And as that person swings, the rest of them go. You can see that it looks like maybe 3 of them turn towards where you are and start heading towards the building that you're on top of. The rest are coming in the bar. Ebony, as you begin to gather yourself up from the ground, the doors open. You see the doors open and one gets in, and then you see the sign go, and then someone else goes in. A couple more come in, and so John
is a cartoon.
John is kind of assessing. You know, he's like not sure if he wants to shoot or not yet because he doesn't know what they're doing. But you can tell that one of them is about to like draw their sword and come after him. He has his 6 guns out, but you're there too. And there's about 5 people in front of you in the main entrance of the bar.
Oh, fuck. I'm
gonna let you go first.
Okay.
Just because I think that's
I appreciate that. Then I'm going to go ahead and use compel and get a ghost to start taking something out.
Okay, you're gonna pull out a ghost. You don't want to use your tempest?
Not yet.
Okay, so you compel. What kind of ghost are you looking for? Like, what do you want to raise?
Something violent.
Ooh, I like it. So from beneath the tunnels, you can feel the spirit: hateful, angry, hungry. And from one of the Scarlet, as you're looking down, you see one of the manholes goes boom and blasts off. And you're like, ooh! And out of it comes a what appears to be this woman in kind of tattered rags. And as she climbs up out of the sewer, she just goes like up and then goes down on all fours. And you can see this like the blue kind of tint with red in the different areas. And you can see 2 of the red sashes that are still in the group like pull their swords, and she just goes and screams, and the 2 start like grabbing their ears and falling. A bunch of the glass begins to break. John Irons goes, oh god damn, and some of the red sashes are like and they start. That's when it kind of kicks off. You're hurting the ones outside right now and keeping them from being reinforcements to the ones inside. Scarlet, what would you like to do?
There are 3 still coming for me?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go ahead, try to move to the roof of the next building over.
Okay.
And basically just lay low until they get out and I can pop, done.
Ambush them?
Yep.
Okay. So while they're doing that, Ebony, anything else you want to do?
Oh, fuck.
Before John Iron starts Swiss cheesing people?
I'm going to take out my sword. I haven't gotten to use it much this campaign.
I like it. Uh-oh. Can you guys still see me?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, no,
you're still there.
You're still there for us.
Okay. All right. Everybody's back. Oof. Everybody froze real hard there. Oh, he froze again.
And
okay. If you can hear me, I love it. And I want you to roll skirmish.
I want to know what the sword looks like.
Let's see if
what's the sword look like?
It's in the Discord.
Oh yeah,
if you go
yeah.
way the hell
you.
back.
Yeah.
I'm back.
You're frozen.
You're still frozen.
Don't worry about it. Just keep moving forward.
Just keep going.
Hello.
Keep going.
There you go.
Hey,
we can
you're
still
back.
hear you.
Okay. Risky, desperate. Oh no, we lost Evan.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, boy.
Evan, come back.
I want to see what happens to the overlay.
Who do we all turn into?
Nigel's.
Yeah.
Yep.
We did lose Evan.
There we go.
There we go.
And there's the overlay.
Oh boy.
Oh,
there we go.
Hey, I just zoomed in. Nope.
There we go.
Hello.
There's an Evan.
There's an Evan. I just can't hear said Evan.
Speak again.
You're muted, my dude.
Also, prop your phone up, please. Don't hold it the whole time.
Right?
Yeah. We live in civilized worlds here now.
Hello, can I hear you? I can hear you
Hi,
guys.
yes.
Excellent. I'm so sorry about
That's
that.
okay.
You're fine.
All right. So, my
Yeah.
apologies. Ebony, you whipped out that fucking sword, right?
Yes.
Hold on.
All right. Roll that skirmish.
Risky, desperate. What am I doing here?
Risky, standard.
Risky, standard. Okay. I don't have any dots in this.
Uh-oh.
You could. Do you have dots in finesse?
I do, actually.
You could,
also
yeah.
You also have the tarot cards.
Oh, yeah.
This is
shit,
also true.
yeah.
Remember
also
that?
true.
What you
Yes.
got involved with a demon for?
Yes.
Yes. Which card do you pull out?
I did.
Want to just wild card it?
No.
The queen, I believe, was the one that
Was it the
good.
queen?
The Queen of Swords, yeah.
Yes. I pull out the Queen of Swords.
Okay. So you are going to, if I'm not mistaken,
It gives me +1, I think.
yep, +1 die when you start swinging your sword
Yeah.
and sword fighting.
Fuck me. Well, oh well.
Ooh,
What did you get?
a 1.
Oh, a
I
1?
got a 1.
Okay.
Yeah, a 1.
As you go to slash, no hard feelings. The red sashes are expert swordsmen. They're
Yeah.
all very, very good at this. Easily parries your blow, doubles back, and goes to slash against your back, and you hear boom, 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 as they just start getting fucking blown away. As John Irons isn't gonna let that shit happen. As he
Aw.
mows down some of the ones in here. Completely decimating them. Scarlet, you get to the other rooftop. You see the door open for the rooftop you were just in. 3 red sashes come out, swords drawn, and your crosshair goes right over them. You're just gonna start popping heads.
Yep. That's exactly what
Okay.
I'm gonna do.
I'm gonna use the same roll you did last time with the hunt. And I'm gonna say you start boom, 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 and blasting them. You're able to get one clean straight as they down. The other one turns around and looks, and you fire at hitting them right where they have some armor. Readjusting, you go a little bit lower and shoot them in the lower stomach, and that's where they don't have armor, and they just and like crouches down to the ground. Boom, another headshot. The other one is running and looks like he is gonna leap to the building that you are on. And as he leaps, you readjust and fire and slam him right in his armor on his chest. Not enough to kill him, but enough to dead stop him as he just and falls 3 stories and just into right into an alleyway where brigands carry him away. I don't know. Little thieves come and stab him to death and steal all his stuff because it's a terrible city.
Sounds
They're
about right.
fucking dead. Ebony, there's still some people outside. Did you want to go outside and mop them up? Your ghost is out there fucking whooping some ass, by the way. Or you can stay away from there and just let that thing do its thing.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let my ghost do its thing.
Okay. John Irons attempts to go outside. Do you stop him?
Don't.
And he looks out the window.
Let that thing do. Yes.
All right. And as he kind of turns around, I'm having a drink, and goes back to the bar. You see, like through the window, the ghost and jump on one of the red sashes and start gashing the shit out of it as they're like, ah, and fall to the ground. Well done. You've done it.
Yay!
And with no harm, because John Irons was your wingman, and he's a death machine. So well played.
Yeah.
And you guys were able to was able to fight off a red sash attack. Why it happened? Who knows? John Irons, maybe you. Not sure who they were after.
Great.
Actually, Scarlet, I can say the last guy who fell is still alive if you want to go and fucking question him, but if you don't care, just don't worry about it.
He got
No.
gut shot.
I'll do it. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go question him.
Okay, so he's on the ground after being stabbed by brigands, and all of his stuff is stolen. So he doesn't have his sword anymore, and he's like, you go to this Eruvian man. All of the red sashes are Eruvian because they are from the Eruvian sword fighting school. And usually red sashes are family of Eruvian nobility. In some way, they could be like a distant cousin or whatever, but they're all usually connected in some way to Eruvian nobility. This guy looks like somebody's cousin twice removed.
What do you do to him? While your friends, while there's a ghost ripping one of them apart and your friends are still in the bar, what do you say to this man in the darkness of the alley?
And he's like bleeding heavily, right?
Yeah, he's like, he's fucked.
Why?
We were sent to kill John Irons.
Hmm. Who sent you?
The red sashes.
Well, I mean,
Nobody controls us. We are the best. Oh, my legs.
Yeah, clearly the best.
Yeah. Looks like you're doing really well right about now.
And you can see his left hand weakly reach for a throwing knife on his belt, but
yeah,
you
no,
could-
I'm just gonna swat, unamused.
Oh, hey, don't do that.
Okay, so you've got two options here. Tell me what you know in detail. And she's just going to take out the pistol and put it right against his temple.
He looks at the pistol, he looks at you, he looks at his body, he goes, and he spits on you. I go to the glory of my ancestors.
Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm instead of actually shooting him, I'm going to shoot next to him to try to bring the ghost attention over.
Yes.
You do.
Mm-hmm.
So you fire, and that ghost, you hear as she turns, and you see her ethereal form, the arms almost elbow length soaked in blood. Is she like a witch from Left 4 Dead? That's kind of what I'm imagining. As she just sort of turns and looks wide-eyed, those reflective eyes. And he's peeking but she's coming. She's coming now.
I'm just gonna go ahead and use the climbing gear to climb back up and walk away. He's not going to tell me what I want, so.
As you begin to walk up the building, he goes, you cruel, nasty son of... And the thing just fucking zombie apocalypses him as you're just climbing up the building. I imagine whistling.
Probably.
Okay. So well done, guys. That's one of your things that you did. Is there anything else you guys wanted to do with your downtimes?
I need to. Well, you're still on yours, aren't you, Crystal?
Technically.
Do you have anything else planned?
That was pretty much just free play too.
Yeah.
That wasn't any official thing.
Yeah.
Do you have stress? You can roll Vice and do stuff like that if you want to.
No, I don't.
Okay. Lucky.
But as we're leaving the bar, I want to use Tempest on John Irons.
What? You want to electrocute?
Yep.
Oh shit! To what goal? What is your goal?
I'm killing him.
Holy fuck!
Whoa.
Okay. So you will tell me what Tempest does.
You can push yourself to do one of the following: unleash a stroke of lightning as a weapon, summon a storm in your immediate vicinity, etc.
You're using a lightning strike as a weapon, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So here's how attack rolls against him are going to work. You Tempest isn't a roll, is it? It's just a move?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So then how are you hitting him? Right in the back as he's walking back to the bar?
Yep.
Okay. So how does this come out of you? What does this look like?
Well, no, this is as we're leaving the bar.
Oh, okay, you're leaving together.
It looks like it's just nature.
You're bringing it down on him.
Yes.
Okay, I like that. Do you say anything to him?
John, I'm sorry. But this is just a complication I don't need. And
What do you mean? Boom! As the lightning comes from the sky and strikes John Irons. So, if this was an attack, everything usually against John Irons has limited, and it needs to be brought up to standard. So here's how I'm going to play this with this. It strikes him. Boom! The sound is deafening, even for you. As you're standing right next to it, it kind of blasts you backwards, as lightning is fucking intense. It hits him. You kind of, whoa, the ghost is fucking gone. The ghost runs from that shit. Doesn't want anything to do with that elemental nonsense. And as you kind of, and look, there is a smoking man laying on the ground, and it is John Irons. And as you kind of look up, it's literally smoke rising like from his chest as he kind of looked up, bang. And do you push yourself for that? Is that stress?
yeah, I have to take
How
2
much?
stress for that. 2.
2 stress? Okay. So as you're like, holy shit, like that was pretty intense, you hear and some blood comes out of John Irons' mouth. And he begins to get up. Slowly
Do I have to
but
do it
surely.
again?
He begins to get up.
I'm gonna fucking do it again. Fuck that.
Boom! You hit him again as it slams onto his back, slamming him down to the ground. As you boom kind of hits him. As it hits, you can almost remember the song that his wife was singing. You can remember singing it to him. You remember the feeling you felt when you kissed John Irons and sort of shared that emotion that his wife was feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Something you've never felt before. And sure enough, another cough. And this
Son
time a
of a
gun
bitch.
is out.
Son of a...
You hitting him again?
I'm gonna look over to where
Scarlet?
Scarlet's supposed to be.
Scarlet, you are now back up on your rooftop. You watch John Irons get struck by lightning. Begin to get back up. Get struck by lightning again.
Shoot
You're like,
his
all right,
ass in the
cool.
head.
And then you see him pulling a gun and pointing it.
Yeah, the moment he starts to pull the gun, I'm gonna take a shot.
Okay, so here's the thing. John Irons, I gave him the ability that he acts first in a scene, the same thing that a thief gets, because he's a quick draw. However, you had him at a disadvantage, so you're able to slam him twice with a bunch of lightning, so he's not doing too hot. However, he's still going to shoot you, Ebony.
Okay.
But he does not know that Scarlet is there. So, Scarlet, you go ahead and make that shot and tell me what you get. Roll, hunt, or whatever your best thing is.
Still risky, yeah? Or
Yeah.
would you say okay.
I would
Risky
say it's
standard?
risky. I would say it's desperate, just because
Desperate.
of the creature that you're up against, the person that you're up against.
Alright.
Desperate standard. No, I'm sorry. Desperate limited. You have to push yourself if you want to make it standard. Everything against the gang bosses. That's how I make the bosses harder.
Desperate. Limited. Any devil's bargains?
Yes, he also shoots you.
Okay, that's fine. Because
Okay, cool.
Okay.
Okay.
The other question.
But I have the ability to lower my harm level.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's just an
that's
auto
true.
does, so
Yeah, that's true. Oh,
Good,
also,
because his harm is bad.
does Scarlet
Yeah.
technically get a +1 die for assistance from teammate, considering that Ebony just lightning struck?
Yes, she
Yeah.
should.
Oh yeah, sure. I would do that.
Sweet.
Absolutely.
all right, yeah. So yeah, I'm taking that devil's bargain. So that'll be 2 bonus dice and
Oh, triple sixes!
Is it a crit?
Yes.
It's
Is it a
triple
crit?
six.
It's a
Three
triple crit,
sixes.
honey.
3 sixes.
Three.
So
Three
as
sixes.
John looks up from the ground, back smoking, there is not pain in his eyes. There is not fear of dying. There is just that raw, nasty hatred that you saw in him only once before. as he fucking hops up, just the blood coming out of his mouth, pulls out both of the revolvers as you're like, son of a bitch. Like, I don't know, hit him again, I guess. And as he fires at you, his eyes are on you, Ebony, but you can see his other hand reach up to where Scarlet is and fire a shot. Scarlet, you fire a shot at the exact same fucking time. And as the bullets, Ebony, his bullet hits, I would say, give me a coin.
Oh my god, just put the phone down, please. For the love of God.
Oh god, sorry, am I making you sick, Kevin?
It's like Blair Witch.
Does anybody have a coin?
Somebody
Google.
roll a d6 on the
Flip a
thing.
coin for me.
All right, I'll just roll a d6. Evens or odds, folks.
So Ebony is
It's
is
tails.
odds. Ebony is odds. Scarlet is okay.
You got tails. All right, let's see this.
So let's say Ebony was tails. Ebony, you are going to catch a bullet. You are going to
Right.
catch a bullet to your face.
Fuck.
Do you
Ow.
understand what that means? You are going to catch 4 harm. You can go ahead and lower that by resisting it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Scarlet, you are going to catch a bullet straight to your chest. That is going to be 3 harm.
And so 2.
These are the 2 places. If you guys remember the
Mhm.
crime scene that you investigated,
Yeah,
this
I
is
know.
where John Irons shoots people.
Mhm.
Ebony's
Yeah.
catching one to the face. Where on the face, I will leave it up to you as to what will look coolest. And Scarlet, you were going to get a nice gnarly bullet right to the chest.
All right, so, and you said 3 harm, so since tough as nails, that'll be 2.
Yeah, and Ebony has to resist the.
How do I do that again?
So it is 6 stress to do so, and then you
Yeah.
are going to. I
Mhm.
think you roll your prowess.
You can roll
Or you
whatever
just roll- you
defense
just roll
map
1d6.
works for it. So
It's
it
gonna
could
be prowess.
It's gonna be prowess.
Yeah.
So roll, because it's physical. So roll prowess, and whatever number you get is what limits you. You will still get shot in the face. It just won't kill you.
So roll high.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, 5.
Oh.
She rolled a 5.
Nice. So you only take 1 stress.
Yep.
Lucky. So as you catch it, where on the? Well, we'll do that with that in a minute. Boom! He fires.
In the eye.
Boom! He fires, and oh my god! And as he looks at you, boom! Right through his head, he catches the bullet. As you see the smoke, and he. And very like, have you guys ever seen Fight Club?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay, so very much like that, kind of realizing that he just got shot in the head, he drops his guns, he falls to his knees, and he goes, "No, that'll do it." And he falls to the floor in front of you, amidst the scattered bodies of Red Sash members, terrified civilians running, and several lightning strikes. He falls in this black smudge on the ground where he had been struck several times, the blood pooling under his head. Ebony, you have taken 3 harm now. You're not at 4. You're not dead, but you're at 3 harm, which means you are on the ground. Scarlet, you're like, I did it! Ow! Fuck! You got fucking shot! And you're like, God, the guy still fucking got me from up here. And you see Ebony on the ground. You're kind of conscious, but not really, as you're reaching up to your eye and just feeling blood. And you basically got Carled from Walking Dead.
Oof.
Help.
Yeah, I'm gonna come down.
You say that into the darkness as Scarlet, you're coughing up some blood as you're making your way
Mhm.
down.
I'm gonna come down, grab Ebony, grab something as proof.
Grab the 6 gun.
It's a plural.
Guns.
Yeah.
Guns.
Yeah, I'll grab the guns, grab Ebony, grab I guess the guns would work as proof because they're unique to him, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody
so,
else in this city has those guns. Those
Yeah.
are his Cerberus T6 guns.
all right.
You do
so
see now that you're holding it, one says John and the other one says Swan.
sauce.
Oh.
Oh.
Fuck you.
Yeah, I want. Oh, go ahead and enjoy
Yeah,
that
fuck
salt.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, so
I took him.
I'm gonna just carry Ebony back as quickly as possible. I guess
Okay.
to this. Really, she needs to go to the hospital. Fuck.
Yeah, she
I-
super does.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
mean,
Take me? No. I would look up at you and say, take me to Auntie. Now.
Oh, okay. And she'll just start heading that way. You know, you could have fucking warned me first.
Yeah, well, you know.
All right.
As
yeah,
I
so
just kind of lay there going, that hurts.
Oh, look, shock is set in.
So as you guys make your way to Auntie's, Sparrow, what are you doing? Sparrow, what are you up to over there?
You know, I think I'm gonna go to the circus.
All
No,
right,
literally,
so
she's going to indulge her vice.
go ahead, man, do it up. You guys got to tell me what you roll because my stupid fucking thing isn't working.
Okay.
Yeah.
I indulge vice. I get no bonus dice. And I got a 5, so meaning I have a special ability. I have a controlled vice. I can turn that into a 7. And I have 7 stress, so I have 0 stress.
Nice.
Such a
Yes.
good ability.
Oh god, it's so good.
Hmm.
It's called, what is it called? Controlled functioning vice. It's
I'm
from a
gonna
different
hop back
playbook.
on my computer now. Ready?
Mhm.
As you roll your vice.
I already did.
Oh boy. All right. There we go.
There we go. Oh, thank god.
All right,
Yay.
let me just.
I'm-
Oh, good. Nothing changed that much.
I'm going to get you a phone stand.
Yeah.
This internet bullshit is
You
just
get a
the
get a
worst.
tube of toilet paper and like cut it in half, and then okay, never mind.
There we go.
Okay,
Okay.
so I did well on my vice. I got a 7 out of 7 because I'm the best.
Jesus. So
I
you're
see
free.
that.
You're free of. You guys are rolling. You're crushing it today.
Well, I got 2 5s. All right, and my other activity. I want to is acquiring I want to acquire an asset. I want to acquire because I don't know any of that is happening. I want to go acquire a single small barrel of gunpowder.
Gunpowder.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I should say you just buy that from somebody.
All right. I can, and you said 2 coins for that, right?
Yep.
No, 2 coin. I'll mark them off. Okay. And my plan was to use that creatively, which doesn't matter anymore. But what else am I doing? Okay, I'm out of coin. And that's my 2 downtime activities.
Okay.
And I'd say Ebony and, well, Scarlet probably still has downtime activities too, right?
I haven't. Yeah, I haven't.
Just
But-
going yet.
Yeah.
And that was only really one of Ebony's.
Technically, yeah. We can. I don't think she had any other plan, but I guess she probably wants to indulge the vice now. Get rid of that stress.
Well,
She
gotta
has
heal.
a lot
And now
of
we
it.
want to heal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true because you're dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're dying.
But
Okay.
You're not dead.
You're not.
But I'm not
This is
dead.
true.
So, that's everything that you wanted to do, Sparrow? You're done.
Yes, I cannot buy a 3rd one today. I'm out of cash.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Very cool. Well then. Then Scarlet, while Ebony is, when you bring Ebony to, I'm gonna say you fall unconscious by the time you get there because you got shot in your face. So Scarlet, now it's your show. You bring Ebony to the steps of Auntie. Auntie does answer the door. She looks at Ebony. She looks at you. And she goes, "Did you bring anything?"
Unfortunately, there wasn't really time. She asked me to bring her here.
I have a fun idea. Sorry.
Okay, go
Do
ahead.
you want to indulge your vice by shopping before that happened? And the thing you bought for yourself, you have to choose whether to give it to her or not.
I like that.
I dig that.
Yeah, you know what? I'm down for that.
I
yeah.
love it.
It's like it's like before we
Right.
go.
And we'll say it's like a figure, like a really nice figurine or something.
Okay. Very
So-
cool. So you give it really, I fucking it's a cute little glass pig. I love it. Like,
Oh,
damn it.
no, it's a ceramic pig. That's what
It's a
it
little
is. It's a-
ceramic
Yes.
pig. I
Why
love
not?
it.
That is now canon. It's a ceramic pig.
Yeah, it's a ceramic pig. And she goes, ooh. And she takes it. "Oh, I'm going to name it Mr. Orcus. And she goes, all right, bring her in. And as she lays Ebony on the bed, she goes, do you need me to look after you?
It's yeah, a little bit more than a flesh wound, so coughs up a little bit more blood.
Okay. So as she's gonna heal you guys up, Scarlet, you're gonna be better before Ebony is. What else is there? Was there another thing you wanted to do?
Well, give me 1 second here. I mean, really, I'll probably do just the rest of downtime, I guess. I mean, focusing on healing. And I was gonna spend a coin to talk to Silt and try to progress that lacrimose clock.
Okay. So we can definitely do that.
Which that can wait for however.
Oh, we can do it right now. You could just show up like, ow, hey, and just start talking to him. Like, hey, buddy, I want to. Sorry about the blood. I just want to talk to you about some shit. Like, yeah, this is
Alright.
you're fucking tough. Like, you don't give a shit. You got shot, whatever. You get shot all the time. So Silt is in the school, and he's just kind of hanging out in the school. Him and Frank have just went to their own rooms and have just gotten their own rooms at this point. So he's just sitting there. I'm gonna say he is probably sleeping. Let's just say he's sleeping on the floor.
I'm gonna just lightly shove him with my foot.
What do you want?
Lacrimose, tell me what you know.
All right. Well, they're fucking terrible, right? They do nasty shit. I know that they're one of the last hideouts is in a big old church. Closed down. That's in Crow's Foot, and then they got some place connected to that orphanage. Not too much. I don't know too much about that, but some sort of tunnel system underneath the orphanage leads to another one of their spots.
Why doesn't that one surprise me?
But the big one I know about is the church in Crow's Foot.
Okay.
I went snooping about. I could get you all in, but not sure I'd be able to get you out if things go out. But what I know about them is that they're dangerous, you know? They've got weird magic shit I've never seen before. The Whisperers can do things, but they can do different things, you know?
What sort of different things?
They don't got the same powers as people because they got them from something. The Lacrimose, they worship something down there. The bowels of that church. There's something fucking awful. And it gives them gifts. I think it's a horror.
A what?
A horror. A horror.
Oh.
Not a whore, but a horror. Basically, not a monstrosity. Not like me. I'm handsome and beautiful. But the shit I can do and the shit you saw Filch to do, no, it's named. The shit you saw Filch to do, that's gifts from a horror. The only reason we can do that is because we got some of its blood in us.
Some of this horror's blood.
Yup. It lets us do things. For me, it turned me into this. Fucking failed experiment otherwise. But Filch apparently, he's a prodigal son. But these cultists, they take just a little bit of the blood. They can do weird fucking things. Shit with bugs, poison, gas. Don't know if it's poisonous or just really bad. But what I think you should do is get your team together, go down there, and fucking kill the lot of them. And then go down to the basement, kill that fucking horror. Or more likely, just drop the church on top of it. That would burn the whole fucking place to the ground, person.
Okay. Well.
Okay. Really?
I mean, I've got to talk to my group about it and figure some stuff out, but I don't like that they're looking for me.
No, you shouldn't. Now, let me know if you need any more help. I'll mark the church on your map. And he marks the church on your map.
Cool. Yeah, that's I didn't actually roll to see how much that progresses said clock.
Because you have now met Silt, you didn't progress that clock for a while, and it allowed them to find you. But then you met Silt, he basically.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because you chose to trust him and go with him and not kill him on sight. He progresses your clock for you. Yep. So now you know where the Lacrimos are. You are still not sure of their power and their potency, but you know of the church and you know of the tunnel underneath the orphanage that leads somewhere.
All right. Cool. That does it for downtime for me.
Excellent. Then I think now is a good time to take our break.
Sounds good to me.
All right.
I mean, someone could spend a coin and take care of some heat, but you know.
yes, Sparrow,
What?
get on that. What the fuck?
What?
Come on,
How much heat do we
janitor.
have? Where are we? Let me look.
No, you're
We're
good.
at 0. We zeroed
Oh,
out.
zero,
we
buddy.
just reset it. Yeah.
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 The mimes.
That's after this episode.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything. There was just lightning. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know, man. Just lightning struck the same person twice in a row.
You're
There
in
you
a
go.
coma. You're gonna come out in a bit, but you're down for the count for a little.
Random.
And you lost an eyeball. I love that that's what you chose, by the way. Thank you for choosing the eye. I was gonna choose the eye, but I'm like, no.
I think it looks cooler.
I think it does. I think it's
Yeah.
it's a fucking story, and that's all I want. You know what I mean? I don't mind if you guys kill my bad guys, but make it cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, make it good, make it memorable.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was fucking memorable. You betrayed him. That was
Yeah.
excellent. I loved it.
That was good. Yeah.
That was great.
That was very good.
That was very good.
You hit him where he was weakest. Fun fact.
Yep. You took him on a
So-
date.
You talked to
Yeah.
him, you treated him like a person. That's where
Yeah.
he's weakest.
Yeah.
So let's take our break. We'll be back in about 5 minutes. There will be some messages.
Yep. Oh,
Yeah.
Yep. There will be messages and stuff.
Yes.
All right. We'll see you
Yes,
guys in
there
about
will.
a few minutes. All right. Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
I cannot
Bye.
win.
we should be.
Hello,
live.
everybody. What?
Yep. Yeah, we're live.
Oh, okay. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I have changed my camera around because I need to do the rest of the game through my phone because my internet is the worst. So, welcome back to our Blades in the Dark. The last we left off, Victor had created a ghost bomb, which is designed to house tons and tons of ghosts in it. Sparrow bought some gunpowder and went to the circus. Scarlet bought a nice thing and then had to give it to Auntie, and then had a very informative conversation with Silt in order to try to tackle her issues, being the lacrimosis. And of course, Ebony decided to take John Irons out for a drink at a local pub. They were attacked by Red Sashes, as Red Sashes wanted to kill John Irons. The two, along with Scarlet, fought off the Red Sashes, killing them all and winning the day. And as they exited the bar together, Ebony said she was sorry to John Irons, and struck him with lightning. He did not die, so she struck him again. He still did not die, so Scarlet had to shoot him in the head, but not before he got off 2 shots, one straight into Scarlet's chest, and one straight into Ebony's eye. Almost killing her, but she was able to resist it and cling on to life. Now, Ebony is laid up, being healed by Auntie. But I think if you guys all want to be having a meeting, if you all want to group up, that might be a good place to group up. Ebony, I can have it that, like, you're coming into consciousness or whatever. As you're being healed, you're down to, like, I don't know.
2.
Yeah, 2 harm, because you're still, like, you got shot in the face. You know, it's like you fought a boss. You know, it's not like normal, regular harm. That's just like, oh dear, that hurt. So, if you guys want to meet up at Auntie's, or if you guys want to meet up separate, what are we doing?
Real fast, since I did heal, but I just move that bullet to the chest down to the 1, or still leave it at 2? And
no, you're down to 1. You're just hurt. You're just sore.
Okay.
It kind of hurts a little.
Cool.
It hit a rib and bounced.
Yeah.
Yummy.
Which is better for
you
you
just
than
uncomfortable now.
going into a lung.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So here's how I see it. Scarlet comes into the school.
Uh-huh.
And I'm rolling in this small barrel of gunpowder. I mean, like
that you bought.
Okay, I'm gonna do something clever, and Billy will owe us more. And then I look over at Scar. How did you get shot?
Well, you know how Ebony asked me to essentially be a bodyguard on this date that she went on? Yeah, well, apparently that was a way for her to go ahead and try to kill John Irons.
What? Excuse me? Excuse me?
Yeah, so the Red Sashes showed up, they started attacking, took a few of them down.
Her?
They were going to attack him.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so we took them out, and I guess they finished up their date or whatever, and they left the bar, and she struck him with fucking lightning. Twice. He's dead now, though.
I don't know what this means.
It
means I bought a barrel of gunpowder for no reason.
That's a barrel of gunpowder. There's never no reason for a barrel of gunpowder. Give it to Victor.
Yeah, I was gonna say it could
that
just
is
be
a whole barrel.
I I don't want to
annoying,
waste
so
it.
no one may have my gunpowder.
It's mine.
Look,
I might still need to pull that play.
It's true.
to be fair, I didn't know that she was gonna do it
Yeah,
until
'cause
after
none
the
of us
fact.
did.
Yeah. She's at Auntie's right now. In a coma.
Does Auntie know why?
I didn't really give
Oh,
her
fuck.
too many details.
Good.
Oh, fuck.
Uh-oh.
Oh, fuck.
All
We didn't think, did we? Oh, that's okay. Don't worry.
all
Good
I
Matthew.
really did was just
She doesn't
give
need to know.
give her what I had bought myself earlier and as payment, and yeah, Ebony's getting patched up there. I didn't. Yeah,
All right,
details were
well,
lacking,
Do you have evidence?
and this is where Scarlett's going to pull out the guns.
That you only recovered one, and she takes it from you, or takes one of them from you, and puts it in the barrel of gunpowder, and then reseals the barrel of gunpowder. Says you only recovered one.
Okay, fine by me.
Victor, any thoughts on this?
So, what are we gonna do about the gunpowder?
We leave it for now.
Okay, but can
Okay,
we...
this is my cunning plan, and I'm going to tell people things. Okay, because apparently we don't tell each other things. So here's my cunning plan. I'm going to tell my boyfriend's crazy twin brother that I bought him the first of the 6 gunpowder barrels. And he'll be like, that's not what we agreed on. And be like, yes, it is. And then he's going to be like, I meant the big ones. And I'm like, well, you got to fucking specify, so you owe us a bigger favor.
Okay.
Also, probably none of you knew she was going out with Tang.
Well...
The more you know.
Well,
Rainbow.
Psycho Billy's twin brother.
Let's go see. Was she possessed?
No.
This was her. This wasn't a ghost. This wasn't the cards. This wasn't. This wasn't fucking Hilljack. I forgot his name.
No.
This wasn't Two Buck Chuck. Scarlet or Sparrow would not have
No.
forgotten his name. Yeah. John Irons was going legit.
Mm-hmm.
Seems old.
Badger's gonna be pissed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, now I don't know why Ivan's being held up. So there goes that.
But we did the thing.
Bill Hooks off your back.
So we don't need Psychobilly yet. We don't need the ghost trap.
Yeah.
Well, we have one now.
It's good to amass resources.
It is.
So do you guys want to go talk to Billy? Or what
We-
was the...
No.
Okay.
That plan just
trying to
went.
figure where the scene is going.
I don't know what to do next. We need Grimalkin. This is what he does.
Yeah.
And we'll sort it out. Okay.
Yeah, we'll figure it out, I'm sure.
Yes, but can we at least do some proper safety with the gunpowder? Just saying.
What? Just keep it in the barrel? Store it somewhere dry, nowhere near flames.
Yes.
I know. Yes. I will do that.
Oh darn! I was gonna put it in the incinerator. For
I was gonna put it
safekeeping.
in the cafeteria next to the stove, just while they were coming in for school lunch. Have someone spooning it onto trays.
I like it.
Well, should we go collect Ebony?
Fuck. Auntie's gonna be pissed at me. Yes, let's do that. Let's start there.
Okay.
Okay. So then, Ebony,
Uh-huh.
you are asleep. Well, like in a coma, but sleepy. And you are shot in the face. You are slipping in and out of consciousness. The last thing you remember saying is demanding Scarlet to take you to Auntie, because Auntie's not a hospital. Auntie fucking helps you guys out. So okie dokie, there you go. Now, you are in darkness. Darkness isn't uncomfortable for you. It's not uncomfortable for any of you. You guys live in the dark. This world is nothing but darkness. But this darkness, it's advanced darkness. This darkness
Imagine
is
a darkness.
dark. This darkness is unsettling to you, not because it is dark and because you cannot see, and not because you believe you might not be alone, but because you know you are not alone. There is something else in here with you, something else watching you. It is pacing like some sort of predator looking at its meal, or perhaps an inquisitive person studying someone. Not sure, but something is in that darkness with you. Do you reach out, or do you try to hide from it? Now, this is less a hide behind barrels, more of a sort of a subconscious, emotional kind of, you know what I mean? Like more of a mental thing. Do you try to shut this thing out, or do you try to contact it, or do you simply remain neutral and let it do what it wants?
I don't know. I'm gonna remain neutral for right now.
Okay. Watches you. And then there is a voice in the darkness.
Uh-huh.
I've watched what you've done. All of it. Not this with the cowboy, but I've watched you. The moment you picked up those cards from your comrade, the moment you studied them, I have studied you. Do you know who I am?
I believe so.
Do you know my name?
I know that you go by the Crooked Man.
Yes. That is as much of a name as you will get. Tell me, if I am correct or not, I noticed that you are not swayed by emotion like others. You are touched by it, but you do not abide by it. You do not live by it. Is that true?
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Tell me, what is it that you want out of what you call life.
Freedom.
Yeah. We all want that. And what does this freedom? What are you willing to pay for it?
At this point, everything.
That is what I like to hear.
And from the darkness comes footsteps. Nice shoes on tile floor, maybe marble floor, stone floor, something of that. Click, click, click. And from the darkness comes a pale man in a very dark coat, long, all in black. He wears sort of a wide brim hat, which he removes. And he has slick back hair. I have a drawing of this. I'll throw it in. My shit's all gefuffled right now, but I'll send it to you guys in the Discord later. Slick back hair, kind of an older sort of face in a way. You know, he looks kind of weathered, with a very kind of bent, broken nose. Looks like it broke and never healed right. Of his pale skin, he has just deep black eyes, much like you are accustomed to seeing in Tycheros. The difference being within these deep black eyes, there are these two burning embers. That is what signifies a demon. That is the difference between you and demons. This is not a Tycherosi. This is not a half demon you're talking to. This is the full-fledged fucking demon that you are looking into the eyes of.
Mm-hmm.
I think we can come to an agreement. I am in the business of giving people what they want, and you are in the business of getting what you want. So, I will help you if you will help me. Would you
What do you
agree
mean?
to that?
Yes.
And he extends his hands. His fingers look gnarled, like they have been broken several times. You shake his hand.
Yeah.
Okay. The minute you shake his hand, there is sort of a power, like this feeling you get. It is incredible, and it is terrifying. It is like you have just touched a meteorite or something. It's hard to explain. It is explosive, it's hot, it is terrifying, and it feels like every bone in your arm has snapped and broken. And after he shakes your hand, he lets go, and that pain, as soon as it is there, it is gone. And he simply puts his hat back on, turns around, walks into the darkness, saying not another word to you. At that moment, you wake up. There is a bandage on your eye, and you can hear putting around in this, medicine area, like that back room that Auntie has. Auntie is sort of just futzing around, and she goes, "Oh, huh." And she comes over to you, and she takes a spirit bane charm and touches your head with it, and you feel nothing. Get this, like, away from me. And she goes, and she takes some water out of like a small tube and pours it on you, and it does nothing. Just like sprinkling it on your face. And she goes, "Wow, you died." And she goes back, "Strangest thing, you died."
I died?
"Yeah, you did. Your heart stopped. It happens sometimes, but
Interesting.
you definitely died. You should be more careful, dear.
Yeah.
Tell me, in your
best guess what happened to you?
I was shot.
I know you were shot. I've seen that caliber of bullet before. What happened to you?
John Irons fucking shot me.
Oh my. My. Last I saw, I thought he liked you. What could have happened?
There's been some bad business.
I see. This city. It just kills everything that's good. Well, you are going to be in. Actually, you're looking pretty well. Here. And she hands you a small bottle. And she goes, take this. You'll feel right as rain, at least for a little while. It'll keep the headaches away, which is what you're undoubtedly going to get right now.
Oh, yeah.
And would you like some tea?
I would, actually. Tea sounds lovely.
I'm sure we'll be expecting the rest of your group soon.
Mm.
And she goes to a teapot that is ready. Sure enough, that headache is there. It is like a thunderstorm in your head. It is fucking brutal. And awful. So she comes back with some tea and just sits down with you. Do you take the medicine? Or do you bear the thunderstorm?
I'm gonna bear the storm.
Okay. So she sits down there. You drink with Auntie for a spell, and she talks about nothing really. She just talks about like random shit, like the weather and how her neighbor Ethel is doing. And Ethel's the worst, but she just talks about nothing. And she goes, "My dear, you're going to need to take that." And she points to the medicine.
I will. When it gets to where I can't, I will.
And she looks over at the clock and goes, "Very well." And she walks over to where she has some of her instruments, some of her things, and she takes a perfume bottle and she sprays the room with it. Just kind of walks around the room.
Mm-hmm.
And then she just walks out of the room. And she shuts the door behind her. And then you hear it lock.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I didn't trust that at any point. Well, fuck.
So as you are like, huh, that old lady just locked me in this fucking room, you hear what sounds like shuffling coming from underneath the floor. And you hear it kind of move. It sounds like there's someone in a basement maybe. And you follow the noise as it tracks, and then it reaches the far corner, and you hear, and then something slams onto the floor. Something slams onto the floor again underneath where this chair is, and up from the floor blasts a doorway that was hidden by one of the chairs. And through the door comes what you would assume is a person, but there are too many limbs, and its face is wrapped in what looks like strange papers with writing all over it, all except for the mouth, which is open, drooling, and full of crooked teeth. And this thing comes up sniffing around, sniffing what she sprayed.
Uh-huh.
And as it sniffs, it turns its head towards you.
Fuck. Son of a bitch. Do I think that this thing is going to eat me?
I would say that's a safe assumption, yes. At least it's going to choke you to death with its weird, like, 3.5 arms.
It is on 2 feet. It has too many arms. Its spine is like protruding through its skin. Its shoulder blades are kind of sticking out in a way, protruding from the skin. And it screams and begins to make its way towards you, like moving shit out of its way.
Okay. Do I still have my throwing knives on me?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay. I'm gonna use finesse, and I'm gonna throw a knife at it.
Okay, cool. Do it. Roll it.
Position is probably desperate.
Oh yeah, desperate with I would say desperate with limited effect because of what this thing is. Big, tough, scary things.
Anybody want to give me a devil's bargain? Although I felt like I just took one.
Literally.
Hey, you wanted to go to her house. She's the only other Severosi
I didn't fucking think about it.
Nope, you didn't.
Fuck.
I don't know. Does anybody have a devil's bargain? I would say you hit it, and it'll do a good effect.
Oh, does the lightning like kind of disperse though around the room because it's magically warded?
She's using throwing knives. She's throwing knives at it.
Oh, okay. Well,
I haven't used Tempest yet.
I'll tell you what. You go ahead and do that. And I wasn't gonna do this, but I will if you take the devil's bargain. Auntie is going to ready up a different weapon.
Nope.
No, you don't want that.
I don't. No.
She's just got a creepy arm guy down there.
Yeah,
what else could she have? That's there,
It's
no
Auntie. She's better at this shit than I am. Fuck it. Fuck you. I got a 6.
Nice, good. as the throwing knives dig into its body, you throw like 4 of them at it. These were the fine throwing knives from.
Yeah,
they fly. Oh god, they fly true. You're not even like, I don't even know if you're like super good with throwing knives, but anybody could be good at these. They are amazing. They look like feathers, and as you throw them, they dig right into it. And as these things dig into it, you can hear like a sizzle as it kind of, and it misses you in like its rampaging run because you kind of, warded it off, and it runs into the wall and it rips like a thing off the wall, scratches the wall, scratches its own like face with the papers, and then just like and starts screaming. You guys, that's when you guys arrive at Auntie's house. You can hear a horrific wailing coming from Auntie's
Help!
house. The front door is open to Auntie's house, and Auntie is sitting on the porch drinking tea.
Scarlett's gonna have 2 more ceramic pigs to give her.
For what?
For me.
Yes?
What's that screaming sound?
Help!
Oh, well, that is one of my pets, I guess you could say, one of my defense mechanisms, and it is taking care of someone that has hurt a Severos. One of your friends, I do believe, the spooky one, the one that talks to ghosts.
Help!
Apparently, she had killed John Iron, so I am killing her in retribution.
Mm-hmm.
And she drinks her tea.
John Irons knew the game.
Yes, he did. He did. Unfortunately, I owed him something, and now I'll not be able to pay that back. And that is a terrible thing, and I hate that.
I will pay it twice.
You pay it to me?
Twice.
I'll pay you if you let me out of here.
The monster. You're just like what should do around the room as it's just ripping after you. She goes, Sparrow, you do know that she killed one of us. She killed a Severosi. Does this not bother you?
The fact that he was Severosi means very little. He did not survive. But...
No, he did not.
I We are not in Severos. You know this better than anybody.
She looks forlorn, saddened by this.
He will be rejoined with his wife in whatever comes next.
Did do that.
No, he won't. I have to find him now. Perhaps that is how I can repay him. Fine. Fine. But when I come calling, you answer.
Immediately.
She takes out a different spoon from her pocket and begins to stir her tea. At this point, we cut to Ebony. As Ebony, you are in a corner, just like pushing furniture against this thing, as it is reaching over, and one of the hands grabs your throat. The other hand reaches over and grabs your throat as it kind of rises up over the furniture, and its mouth begins to elongate as it's pulling you. Its grip is incredible. As you're like, motherfucker. As you get it closer and closer, you can smell its breath. Some of its saliva gets on your face. When
Ew.
suddenly it lets go, it perks its head sideways and just starts and skitters across the floor down back into its little cellar hole. The door unlocks on its own.
I'm going to run the fuck out.
You fucking and make your way out. Out from Auntie's house comes Ebony, worse for wear, not looking so hot. Ebony, you are not at 2 harm, you are at 1. Because actually,
Okay.
no, I'm sorry. I'm not even going to put you at 1. You're at none because you shook hands with the Crooked Man because you decided to take that deal. He
Holy shit.
Yeah, he brought you back to life
Okay.
and gave you some good goo. So, so you are outside, and right next to you is Auntie as she is drinking her tea.
Well, that was an interesting pet you have.
My services are no longer available to you.
That's
But
entirely
to,
fair.
To the rest of you, it is still fair game. As long as you are with Sparrow, you are a friend of mine.
Thank you. And Scarlett's just gonna like
Yeah, right.
set the ceramic pig down.
I love these. These are fantastic. I would buy these on my own, but it's so much better to have you bring them to me.
No, I'm glad you like them.
I do. I love them. You, tall man in the large coat.
Yes. Oh, and he pulls out a bottle. It's like some gifts from Scovlin.
No.
Oh.
You misunderstand.
Oh.
Put that away.
Oh.
You, I owe a favor to. I hated Fessia Toll with a deep burning passion, and often wished for her to be torn apart by animals. But she was a good witch. And I saw what you did. Not in the traditional sense, but let's just say the witches around Dustwall appreciate that you treated her like a person at the end.
Oh. Yes, that was not exactly... I did not expect it.
No,
and
we never do, dear. We never do. So thank you.
You're welcome.
Well then, is there anything else any of you 3 need, or will you be getting off of my porch?
Victor quickly steps off the porch.
Yeah, Scarlett's right behind him.
Some briskness.
Pockets back the whiskey, thinking to himself, I will need this later.
Sparrow will walk up to Auntie, touch her hand, and like take it in her hands, be like, I'm sorry for your loss.
We are children of Severos. We survive. And she goes back to drinking her tea.
I leave.
Okay. Very good. So, Ebony,
Huh?
you escaped death, not once but twice
Twice.
today, and met a new friend. Lost an eye, but it's gonna look fucking cool when you get some dope ass eye patch. Which you're gonna have to wear on screen, by the way. Sorry, you're gonna have to go find an eye patch. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. So
A piece of lace.
where to? Yeah, there you go. Where to next? Where to next, gang?
We're going. Ebony, we need to talk.
All right.
At the school.
All right.
That's somehow much less ominous. We need to talk.
So we go to the school.
At school. So you are at the school in a private room lit by candles, hardwood floors, the occasional sounds of people walking through the halls. What do you
Victor,
discuss?
could you play some music to distract those in the hallway?
Sure, no problem.
Gonna get loud, apparently.
They're spies.
They're super good at listening.
Yeah. So,
and they're just nosy because they're spies.
Yeah.
They're
so
bored.
yeah. So Victor is going to be playing a very elaborate piece that has a lot of it's literally a war piece. So it's meant to be loud and robust and literally just to drown out the whole room.
Are you in the room with them?
I mean, I'm wherever close enough to at least muffle out the sound. So probably in the room would be better.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I love the thought of you just in the corner while they're fucking yelling at each other. I love it.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Need it done.
Have you heard of a Gordian knot?
No.
So there was this man named Gord who had this crazy knot, and somebody, no one could undo it. It was a mess. It was a tangle, and then someone just walked up and cut the whole damn thing in half. And Gord was pissed because that didn't fix the problem. Except now he just had some cut-ass rope. What you did fixed the problem. But now there will continue to be iron biters. Now, we've put ourselves back in that war we could have ended. You put us back in that war. You killed a man with lightning?
Yeah.
To be fair, technically, I did the final.
Yeah, technically, she shot him.
I thought it was
Victor
more of
just
a
looks
self-defense thing, though.
Victor just looks at all of you just
not
like
self-defense,
seriously.
Let's be clear
you get
about
a little
whose
louder.
intention killed John Irons.
That's fair.
I saw the way you looked at him. Is anyone you look at that way going to suffer the same fate?
No, because that will never happen again. I don't need complications like that. You realize I now have a demon in my head, Sparrow.
Oh, do you?
Yes.
Who made that choice?
Basically.
You didn't tell us. You didn't talk to us. You didn't mention anything.
I thought
You didn't
it
even
best
tell
not
Scarlet. Did you decide before you took the drink with him? Or did you just figure it'd be fun?
I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure. sitting there with him. I couldn't let myself feel like that.
You're allowed to have good things.
Am I?
Yes.
Really? Look at where I came from. I could have so many good things, and yet, look at where I am.
Where did you come from? Because all I know is you're a secretly wanted, famous person in Severos.
Oh.
Or in
Tygeros.
Oh, Sparrow. My family are Tygerosi nobility.
Okay, that's news.
I mean, I was basically a princess in Tykeros. If I wanted the lavish life, I could certainly have that. If I wanted to be married, I could have had that.
That's not what I'm talking about at all. You're allowed to be satisfied. You're allowed to... That sounds like a nightmare, being married in Tygeros in a gilded cage. It's
Basically.
Awful. You would never find satisfaction there.
That would be why I came here. And yet, I don't seem to have found much satisfaction here either. What I've found is fighting and trying to survive on the damn streets. Do you have any idea what it's like for a princess to try to survive on the fucking streets? It's ridiculous.
I'm sorry, are you going to ask me about survival?
No. No. That's not...
You've done what you needed to survive. And you're still doing it. And it's valuable and good. But we had a plan. Are you
Which
alone?
was
were you in that
complicated.
alone?
No.
You have a team. You do something like that again, there's no guarantee both guns don't find you. I don't know how you were healed, but I'm assuming it has something to do with this demon you've now allowed into your head and into our lives. I trust you with my life. I still do. John Irons was leaving. John Irons was going away. He was going to be one of the very few of us who finds something worth continuing on for here, and that's rare. You've done what you've done, and I respect your decision and your power. I respect that you are strong and smart and capable, but know that you are also a person. Even with the demons. You're not one of them yet.
I'm half demon.
No. You're human with some demon in
technically.
you. Being half demon doesn't choose your life for you. I'm very shook by all of this. You've gathered us some assets, but now we have to sort through the further Gordian knot of what's going to happen next. We're going to take credit for this. We're going to go and deliver the proof, or hopefully not hand over anything, but we will show the frigging murderous billhooks that they're our friends.
For now.
If you give them any even the slightest hint that we will betray them,
No,
that's dangerous. But now,
That's for later.
no one's going to trust you. It was clever. Did you drug him first?
Didn't need to.
And you didn't, well. All right. Victor, you can stop if you need. I think most of the sensitive things have been said.
Yeah, so Victor's just gonna go down a tone, but he's still gonna keep playing. Oh,
You're muted.
oh,
You're
sorry.
muted, Jackie.
Sorry. Victor's just going to lower the volume a bit down and change the pace to a more gentle rhythm. Go ahead.
I love the idea of that entire argument being to some. Jackie, if you find some sort of song that you think would like fit that entire situation, send it to me because I love the concept of that, the idea of that.
Oh, I think I can find a few angry Russian symphonies.
It was beautiful. Yeah.
Angry Russian symphonies.
There's a few.
What were you gonna say, Kay?
Oh, I was gonna just like quietly, Scarlett's just gonna be like, by the way, if we're all supposed to be like sharing shit or whatever, found out where the lacrimose, well, sort of are, just so you know.
All right.
Can be dealt with later.
I'll start doing a little more research on that place. We're not going in there blind without a plan.
Oh no. Oh no.
But that will take some time.
Yeah, but we're definitely going to want to take some time to study it because apparently they worship something down there that gives them special abilities.
You just see a gentle eye roll from Victor. It's like, oh, come on.
Fucking cheaters. Bunch of bullshit.
I don't know. Silt said something about horror's blood in them or something. So yeah, we're definitely going to want to be careful with that one.
Is there anything else anybody wanted to discuss?
Ebony, the twins.
What about them?
The twins.
What do you know about Severosi twins? Is this a special thing? Is this some kind of mystic sacrifice Severosi twins for extra effects?
Tycheros twins.
Tycherosi.
You're from Severos, you silly man.
Well, all of them end in the same damn place.
Yeah, they really do.
They do.
Transylvania and Pennsylvania.
I didn't fucking write it. I don't know. I would say that Tycherosi are always met with a sort of mysticism about them. All of the Tycherosi have they're like tieflings where they have like a little bit of like blood in them from devils. I wouldn't say that you're half demon, half demon. We can discuss stuff later if you wanted to do something with the character, but they do have like a little bit in them. That's why like they usually make such good they're always good at what they do. So is there something that officially twins mean? No, they're just twins. But will there be people who believe that if you eat their hearts at the same time, you'll get fucking laser eyes? Who knows? You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of wacky cults out there who do a lot of wacky things, and Tycheros are already targets of cults just because of your blood, just because of who you are, because of what you are. So Tycherosi twins, yeah, you're not sure if something is special about them. Who fucking knows? But people will probably definitely think that.
Okay.
So yeah. So what Jericho and Jerica can do, what the whole point of it is, you're not sure, but
okay.
Apparently this Merryweather wants them.
We'll deal with that later too. I need to get a secretary to keep a list.
of all these goddamn Nigels.
Victor, take this down. I'm just kidding.
Victor's still playing. It's like
Poor Victor. I am going to say that at this point, unless somebody has something else they'd like to say, there comes a knock on the door. It is one of the spies. Is anyone in charge in there?
Me, talk to me. Please talk to me.
Miss Sparrow, right? There is someone at the door. Said that they were sent here for Mr. Victor on behalf of Mishka the Merciful. Looks like a youngin. Sounds like a youngin. Doesn't look like it because I'm blind. Sounds like a young person.
Victor will stop playing. Ugh. Let me handle this.
Do you want to handle it alone, or do you want to bring them in here?
Well, it's not like you don't know that Niska wants to see me, so bring him in.
Very well. Come on in, you. And they go over to let them in. Do you allow them into the school and into this room?
Probably not this room, but
that sounded way more ominous than I meant it to sound. I'm more just saying, where do you want?
Well,
okay,
I assume there's like a lobby or something, so we'll probably just meet in the lobby where it's a little bit more open. So
So in through the doors.
Miska knows where we are.
Well,
so most people know that the church.
I know.
Yeah, or that the school, because that's a public thing. That's like turf. So into the doors comes what appears to be a young man, like one of those little hats, like a ragamuff. What is the fuck does that mean?
Wait, you've never heard that term?
No, what's a ragamuff?
A ragamuffin.
Ragamuffin.
Like a little rough and tumble little boy,
like a scamp.
Yeah, like a scamp.
He's got like little suspenders on, little like rolled up. Okay, so he's just like a young, like a young boy who's wearing the same kind of hat as Victor. Comes in. Victor, immediately, you can tell that this kid, there is oil and like soot marks on his hands. His hands look a little like weathered and very calloused. His fingernails are very dirty. He's got some dirt. He looks like he attempted to like look clean, but you can spot these things like that. This person is a tinkerer. This kid, not child, but like teenager.
Yeah,
young teenager. Comes in and he goes, which one of you is Mr. And he looks to you, Victor, and goes, Mr. Victor?
Yes.
Well, hello, sir. My name's Jed. And he goes to shake your hand with his dirty little hands.
Okay. Victor will take his hand and shake it.
I was sent here on behalf of Merciful Mishka. She said that you like to tinker, and I like to tinker too. And said that I could help you out. And that I can help you out in your workshop. Mechanically, this means that you will always get one extra die.
Okay.
Whenever you work with this kid.
Okay.
Basically, forever. This is a gift to you from Mishka. And you free of charge, Mishka takes care of my food and my clothes.
That's all fine, but why is Mishka giving this as a gift? Or why are you here?
She really wants to meet with you, sir. But she's not in the business of forcing people to do what she wants them to do, at least not right away. Which you can't help but flashback to when her men mercilessly murdered someone in the street. Yeah. But like, the way this boy is talking about her. So she sent me here probably as a little bit of incentive, I guess. But also, to be perfectly honest, Mr. Victor, by the way that she's talked about you, I was very, very interested.
and I want to know what kind of things you build. I like to build things too.
So you'd like to make drawings?
He looks up at you, Sparrow,
Mm-hmm.
looks down at your shoes, and spits on your shoes. He goes, "Don't talk to me that way. You trollop." I don't know what kind of insults they have back in the day.
I lean down to him and I say, "Speak to me like that again, and I will cut the tongue out of your mouth. And then 2 of your fingers. I'll decide which one's in the moment."
And then
You ain't got the gumption.
I stab him.
him.
I'm in a bad mood. Just
Victor,
once.
you don't get an assistant. You stab him?
Yeah, I'm gonna stab him in the upper
Ow.
arm, just in the arm meat.
Oh, dang it.
You're gonna be useful to us.
Well, yeah, that was the point. What's
Don't
wrong
be
with
rude.
that then?
I walk out.
Mr. Victor, you've got awful friends.
Oh, it's just it's been a day. A day. All right.
Maybe I can help you out.
Maybe, but in the meantime, and Victor looks over at Scarlet. Scarlet, could you keep an eye on him and while I go and talk to Mishka?
Yeah, okay.
I'll give you some more whiskey.
No, that's fine. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'll be back.
Oh, my name's Jed. And he goes to shake your hand, Scarlet.
I'll actually shake his hand and hey, you want to see something cool?
Yeah, what was it?
Come on. And
Hey,
she's just gonna introduce him and Ember, hey, play with this cat.
Oh, that's a big cat. It's a ghost. Victor, do you want to do this today? Go meet Mishka?
Yeah,
I
we
guess
got some
you might as
time.
well. This whole
We got-
session was
yeah,
like
we-
stuff.
Yeah, we got some
So,
time.
what would you? Are you bringing anybody, or are you going alone?
Victor would probably just go by himself, but he's
Okay.
not gonna say no to anybody who wants to tag along.
Anybody want to go with Victor to meet one of the gang bosses?
I'm in a mood. I will go.
Okay, all right, Grumpy, stabby McChildrenson.
I need a
Stabby-
walk.
And Victor's just gonna make some small talk. Like, so can you not stab Mishka when we get there?
I am not an idiot. Mishka put him in our house as a spy.
Yes, I know.
He will be useful to us until he is not.
Yes, and the only other thing I'm afraid of is I hope no one bothered to show them any of the other explosives that are inside the building.
Feed him to that cat. I won't talk unless spoken to.
And honestly, I don't know.
I just can't.
I
I
don't know
need some
why.
air.
Yes, I can see that. But I don't know why Mishka needs me, and I'm worried. I have not ever met Mishka. Have you?
I have met Corvs. Very briefly. Mostly as they murdered people as I ran.
Yes, well, they did murder that lady, so yes.
And the number of people in the party that were in their way that I was at when they fought the Red Sashes.
No. That was the party, though.
I'm sorry?
How was the party?
I
Was it
don't know.
boring?
I just grabbed what I needed and ran.
That's fair.
And jumped.
Well, I got a few things on me if we need to run, but
We
hopefully.
won't, because you were invited.
Yes, I know. All right, let's find out what they want.
You go to where she requested you meet her, and it is in a large, old museum.
a no longer functioning museum, which is now functioning as her lair, I guess.
Okay.
You are brought up the large steps through the door. You are there was one guard at the door armed. You are checked rigorously for weaponry as you enter this place. So think about what weapons you don't have right now, because that's what they took away from you, unless you specifically hid something. Do any of you specifically hide something?
I will attempt to specifically hide my knife.
How do you do that? With finesse?
Yes, with finesse. As basically, I'm going to plant it on one of them.
Oh.
Okay.
So that they walk into the room with it in their pocket and unknowingly.
Oh, I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Okay.
Well,
so roll that business.
Yeah.
Risky standard?
Yep.
Risky standard. No bonus.
Give me those fails.
I got a 6.
Dang it. All right. So you were able to do so. On the person who walks you through.
And I put my spirit mask on as I enter.
Okay. They don't seem to give a shit at all.
I know. That's just for show.
You are checked by a large a Scovlin man who pats you down. A also athletic, dangerous-looking Scovlin female walks you. Victor? I won't make you roll for this because that's not really how this system works. Here's the thing. You were a veteran. You were a veteran of the Scovlin War.
Yep.
So was that guy at the door. So is this woman walking you there. Every once in a while, by the way these people walk, every once in a while when you see a corpse, and there are not many of them in here, this place is not crawling with them like it is with billhooks and iron biters. This is not full of bad guys. Every once in a while, you'll see someone armed and vigilant. And each and every one of them, you can just smell soldier. You can smell killer. This is what, you know what I mean? Like, they are disciplined and they are trained. And they are patrolling this museum, this place. So, anyway, this is just something to keep in mind. As you make your way through, you are brought to a very large room. And in this very large room, there is a very large skeleton of a dinosaur, a big fucking T-Rex. And it looks like it was missing pieces, and there are like a few pieces on the ground in like boxes that are being unboxed by one of the other henchmen. And standing looking at the skeleton is a woman in like a nice suit, pants suit, not a dress. Tall, strong looking woman, long, kind of silverish hair, kind of swept back on her head, and she is smoking as she is sitting there staring at the skeleton. Kind of. And the woman that led you in goes, Mishka, we have brought them. And she turns and looks at you, and you can see that this woman has like a horrific burn reaching up across her neck and a little bit of her cheek. It goes down like underneath where the suit is. And you see her arm, like when her hand comes up, you can see a little bit more burn on her hand. Again, Victor, this screams veteran. You know, like you just know, you can just tell.
Yep.
And so she looks at you, just at you, Victor, looks you up and down. You are shorter than I thought.
The boots.
The boots. Yeah. Tell me, Victor, why have I not spoken to you before now? Do you know this?
Well, I try to keep to myself mostly.
You did. Yes, you did. And you did so well. And then these things, this, and she points to Sparrow. You are the bird. You are Sparrow.
Yes.
Ah. This, Victor, you have a group. You work with a group. Why do you do this? Come out of laying low. For what? Money?
Is it Quinn?
No, not really. I was looking for someone.
Yeah, looking for Ivan.
Yes.
One of my men found you a while back, asking around at the docks. Ironbiters were roughing you up.
Hmm.
Walks over, said that we would be in touch, and here we are.
Hmm.
I know where Ivan is, but I assume you know that as well now.
I do.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Ivan is inconsequential. Unless you can find him. Then he is essential. But as of now, Victor, I would say you are essential. Do you know why I come to you, Victor? Why I ask you here?
No, why do you ask of me?
She walks up very close to you until she's like maybe like 2 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
And she looks at you. You are not like them, Victor. You are not stupid. Do you know the them that I speak?
I think I do, yes.
Yes. She looks at you, Sparrow, and she says, the Scotland Liberation Front. Do you know them, Sparrow?
I'm aware of them.
Do you know what it is that they do?
Infiltrate.
No. They talk. They talk and talk. And they help the poor. Kind. Generous. I do the same now and again. But they do it to recruit. I do not. But they talk. Do you know what they talk of? 3 guesses.
Victor looks over at Sparrow, kind of like nodding to play along.
They talk about a homeland. They talk about fairness. They talk about something else. I stopped listening.
Yeah. Yeah, they do. These are not bad things to want. I fought for these things. Victor, you fought for these things.
Yes,
But
I did.
what did you say?
I said I did.
Yeah, you did. But these people, what they want, they cannot have. And the way that they are trying to get it, yeah. They are going to get a lot of people killed. A lot of people. They are going to do something stupid. And when they do, it is going to cause a ripple. Like a drop in the pond. As the ripple goes, it affects more. That ripple, those waves, those are bodies. These are lives. You have seen this, Victor. I have seen this. When things go wrong, they go very wrong. And in this place, this city, people hate us. They hate us already. So you drop that rock in the pond, and suddenly they are killing all of us. Then it is war in the streets. No. Do you know how they are going to cause this?
I have heard of something, yes.
The judge?
Hmm.
Yes. Yeah, you are good, Victor. Look at you. Yes, they're going to get close to a judge. I think to myself, Mishka, they're going to kill this judge. How terrible. But they are not going to kill this judge. Do you know what they are going to do, Victor?
No.
They are going to splash him with pig's blood. And then they're going to say, free Skovlin, free Skovlin. And then they will be arrested. And then they will be questioned and tortured. And then they will figure out where the rest of them are. And then they will be questioned and tortured. And then it will end in a firefight. And then the firefight will slip to the streets. And then the people will no longer feel that Skovlins should be allowed here in Scotland. They are going to cause panic. They are going to make a movement against this government, which I hate. They are going to make a movement that is inconsequential, except in getting many people hurt and killed. Do you agree, Victor?
I
Or do
do.
you understand what they are doing?
I do understand, and I also had similar concerns.
Yeah. It's nonsense. Will we have a free Scotland? I hope maybe one day. Will we have it by throwing pig blood on Judge? No.
No.
It's nonsense. But luckily for them, you and I see through it. Victor, I come to you because you have a group. And you are clever. And you know these people, you know how they think. I want you to take your group. I want you to find the people who are trying to infiltrate. You start with this judge. Many of them should be there. This is their first target. They all want to see. They all want to learn from it. They're practicing their, and she points to you, Sparrow, infiltration. But this first time, they'll be slow. But my problem is, I do not know faces. I do not know who or where they will be. I just know they will be there, around this judge. You find these people, Victor, I will pay you. I will pay 3 coin to each of your crew. That is a lot of money, Victor.
I know.
That is a lot of money.
Victor looks over at Sparrow, kind of with a glance of, is this enough?
Our itinerary is busy at the moment. I understand.
That is okay. They are not in rush.
No, they don't know what they're doing. They
No.
are amateurs.
Yeah.
The offer
When you-
is good.
I can slow them down, though.
If you do not do this, it's okay. You can say no to me. I do not kill you. That is, I am not Mishka the murderess. Yeah. You can say no. It's okay. But we will handle it. And Victor, and I believe Sparrow, if I'm not mistaken, and she kind of squints her eyes at you, Sparrow. You've seen how my men sometimes do things. We make sure problems are erased. Yeah. I would not like it to get to that. I would rather we find these people. You bring all of the ones who are trying to infiltrate, you bring them to me. I change their mind. You get paid. Hopefully, massacre is avoided. City is calm.
Mishka?
Yeah.
Do you know of a bombing several months ago on a noble? A imperial noble? Do you recall it?
Can you get a little bit closer to your
sorry.
mic? I couldn't quite hear what you
He's
said.
asking about the imperial noble that was assassinated with a bomb from a couple months ago. Did Nishka ever hear about it?
I did.
I will not repeat my mistakes.
No. Then you better find out.
Yes.
Because I don't know what the Ironbiters are having him build. But he is a
No,
stupid man.
he is.
Be careful.
Thank you.
If you go for him, the place where they have him, the Ironbiters. The Ironbiters will be worse now. Understand?
Yes, we understand that. Unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, Victor, Let me know what you decide.
I will do this if because I do not want another war.
Neither do I. I want to win, Victor. But the Skovlan Liberation Front, they are losers.
I just think we've seen enough war.
Yes, but war is not finished with us, Victor. It never is. But perhaps we can try to hold it off another day.
Another day.
Mm. When you decide, come back to me, and we will move forward. I will give you locations where Judge resides. Yeah. As long as you bring me the infiltrators. That is how you get paid. Bring them back to me.
All right.
All right.
We will talk with our group, but I do want to resolve this.
Yeah. Good, Victor. I knew I would like you. You may leave. And she turns back to her skeleton.
So on the walk back, after we leave the museum,
Sparrow swipes her knife back from. I'm gonna say like you point as they're handing you your stuff back, like handing you your weapons back. You're like, okay. You point at the ground. They look at the ground. There's nothing there. You pull your knife out of their pocket and put it like, just smooth as butter. So.
Okay. Sparrow. I know I don't always talk about myself much, but this is going to be bad very soon.
Demon bad?
Well, I think at this point, I'd rather take the demon.
Fuck. I don't care about the politics.
I don't either, but unfortunately, some people are going to cause a ruckus, and it could lead to an outcry, some protesting, some fire, probably a few more bombs. And then
Mishka acts like she's a revolutionary. She's not.
No. Mishka is all about winning, about the victory for Mishka.
Not for Skovlan.
No.
I don't care. 3 coin.
Right. 3 coin.
The SLA will cause havoc. Mishka's not wrong. But Victor, I want you to know.
Yes.
I will survive this. And I want to do it with you next to me.
Me too.
Our team is good.
You have been very good comrades to me. Almost
We're here
family.
for what you need from us.
When I left the war, when it was over, I lost a lot of things. And I don't want to lose more. And I don't want people to suffer anymore. So, can I ask for your help then?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Can
My
I
input?
ask for your help?
Absolutely, you have it.
I just need to tell the others.
All right.
Besides, we have one less thing to worry about now. We don't have to worry about being hooked in an ice room now.
No, just our skulls caved in.
No, it could be worse.
We could have to watch the mimes play.
They're really bad.
It's so terrible.
Absolutely terrible.
And scene. And scene. I was waiting for the right moment. I think it was that. As the skin, as the camera pans up, as fucking Victor and Sparrow
Yep.
talk shit about the mimes and their awful acting.
Oh, it's absolutely terrible.
Well done, gang. That was episode 13 of Blades, and things are getting strange. Things are getting turbulent now. I like it. So, well done, everybody. Thank you, people, for watching. If you enjoyed this game, please check out more of Welcome to the Party. They have tons of games on YouTube and stuff, and Twitch. Become a patron. Hop on their Patreon. They have some cool rewards and stuff. Check out the Discord, because believe me, it's awesome. It's full of awesome people. It's a lot of fun. It's how I got involved with these games and met these people, and it's awesome. Having a great time with you guys. Please check out our sponsors. Devin Rue, ruinc.com. Fucking awesome fantasy maps. Tabletop Loot, tabletoploot.com. They make cool dice and shit. So Nerdwear, it's what the nerds wear, and that is the official merch sponsor of Welcome to the Party. You type in welcome and you get 10% off their next purchase. And Roll20. Roll20 is super fucking useful if you're going to play online with your friends, or even just have it up on your monitor for like assistance. It helps kind of put together character sheets and stuff. It makes it calculates the rolling for you. It just makes it a lot fucking easier. Just try it. So yeah, and let's go around the room. Let's talk to everybody and say, guys, who are you? Where we can find you? And if you'd like to nominate anybody for the extra XP today, let's start with Undead K.
Hey, I'm Kate, also known as Undead K on the internet. You can find me lurking on the Welcome to the Party Discord, sometimes posting if I actually, yeah. You can also find me as for the next little while, 1 p.m. here, 1 p.m. Eastern on this channel, also playing Call of Cthulhu. Obviously this particular game, and otherwise you can also, if anybody is interested, I play in a 5e play-by-post homebrew world, pirate stuff and junk. There's the link that I just put in the description or chat. And favorite moment, on one hand, I super loved the whole like sudden, you know what, we're just gonna kill him sort of a thing, but I really liked the conversation between Sparrow and Ebony. And I think for extra XP, I'm gonna have to give it Sparrow on this one.
Okay, very cool, very cool. And Crystal?
Hello, people. My name is Crystal Fear. You can find me at Crystal_Fear on Twitter. Oh boy. Yeah, I'm gonna have to give it to Sparrow for this one, because you absolutely put me in my place, and I fucking love it.
But in like a caring way, hopefully?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was totally in a caring way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
It
like,
was interesting. It was an interesting conversation.
that was a great moment. That was such a good moment.
Ebony is in her room right now throwing stuff around. Mad because you're right.
but mad at you.
but avoiding the clearly labeled shelf that says dangerous alchemical things, please do not touch.
Was gonna throw that, and it's fucking Victor. Stop putting this shit in my room. It's the driest room I must put. It's cold. It's cold. Very cool. Very cool. And did you say who you are, where to find you?
Yes.
Okay. And Bisonic?
Hello, my name is Bisonic Kevin on Twitter. I very rarely post, but I do retweet and like a lot of good things. And you can find me here Tuesdays running Rifts, a game of a strange world where the apocalypse is come and gone. It's 300 years later. Magic, science, dragons, zombies, necromancers. It's a lot of fun. The weirdest things happen as often as they can. It's a good time.
That's a good game.
Best dating sim ever.
It is the best dating sim ever.
I did not mean to turn it into that, but apparently...
You've created the best dating sim. Like, do you understand? Like, that's
but
like
you give the players what they want.
Guinness Book, yeah, it's a Guinness Book of World Records record.
It's not Rift's Dream Daddy. All right.
Well,
but it can be.
No, it can be. But
I know what my next character is.
I mean, you have half the cast in chat. You just gave them the idea now.
Oh, God.
Where's my child?
Yep.
All right, and yeah, so I have to give it to Ebony for not just the strikes, but the lead up to it. I have to say has to be called out as excellent.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And the conversation was fantastic. Thank you for pushing back too. I love that.
Yeah, absolutely.
God. Yeah, great job. And I do want to also call out how like Victor, we found out so much about Victor too, and I love that.
It's true.
Mm-hmm.
But the point goes.
Oh yeah.
To Ebony.
And Death by Mage.
Hi everybody, I'm Jackie, better known as Death by Mage. You can find me all over Twitter and Instagram at Death by Mage, and I have a lot of stuff going on, but you can definitely find me. You can find all my projects on the DMs Guild for Journey into the Feywild, Artifacts of the Guild, the Jubiluxian Slime Race, because slimes want to adventure too, and you will soon find me in Uncaged Anthology Volume 3, which has been announced finally. And then also I'm holding a spooky Halloween sale on my itch.io page. So you can get Haunted Memories, which is a game about childhood memories, hauntings, and also secrets. And it's basically a Jenga based horror game. And so you can find that on my page. Actually, it's also on sale for $6. So you can get it for $6, and it comes with you can get all the printouts and everything you need to run the game. You just need a Jenga tower and some friends to really just torment. And my vote, oh man, my vote's gonna be tough because like Ebony shook me to the core the moment that happened, but Sparrow also got me so good with that convo. Oh.
Right, it's a hard choice.
I'm gonna let Evan be the tiebreaker.
You can make me the tiebreaker.
Yeah, I'm gonna make Evan the tiebreaker. So Evan gets the point from me. So Evan, you gotta be the tiebreaker.
Great. Well, thanks, man.
You're welcome.
I am Evan. I'm Evan Jennings 64 on the Twitter. I also don't post much, and when I do, it's just nonsensical. I am Zombie Love Juice on Instagram. That's where I post more stuff like artwork and stuff. I play in the Rifts game with Kevin, and it's fucking awesome. As does Throck, who isn't with us tonight, but he's like an awesome fucking cowboy who shoots mind bullets, and I'm just a big dumb mercenary with a metal arm.
And a motorcycle with saw blades instead of wheels.
The greatest motorcycle on the Rifts planet that Kevin said it is the greatest one. He gave it that. Yes, he did.
It's
yes,
awesome.
He did.
Top
so
3.
it is fucking definitely sick. And he definitely stole it. Because it's too cool for him. And I run my own game at home, When We Were Evil, which is on a YouTube channel called Beyond EMH, where it's me and my friends make a bunch of stuff. And it's all on there. So This game, goddamn you guys. So
everything went so in straight lines. This Evan, you're railroading us.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Jesus, if I'm railroading you, then there's just the ground is nothing but track everywhere in all different directions. So
it's a railroad to hell. That's really what it is.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, don't worry.
I don't
guys.
feel like I have any choice in the plot.
I kept dropping it or kill him. Like I don't.
And you had to keep shoving it in.
I know.
So here's the thing. Here's why I'm going to choose what I choose. You guys both did excellent. Actually, you all did excellently today. Scarlett, I liked your conversation with Silt, because even though you're dealing with some crazy heavy shit, you're like, hey, wake up, tell me everything, and then he tells you everything. You're like, fuck, all right. Shit.
That's literally the entire scene.
That's your whole, that's your character, and you are consistently a short, curt, wonderful character, and I love it. Victor, I loved learning more about you in the way that we learn about Victor, which is quiet, calm. You know what I mean? Like when we learn about you, it's in these weird, quiet moments. When the action is happening, you just do what you're supposed to do, and that just feels like a soldier to me. Like the only time you're really being human is when things aren't crazy and bonkers. You know what I mean? Because when things are crazy and bonkers, you just do what you need to do. And I think that's very interesting how you play your character. I love it. And I'm glad I can push more into finding more about you. All right, you two, listen. Sparrow and Evan. Okay, so both of you did fucking excellently tonight. And Ebony, obviously, you know, I loved what you did with the lightning. Sparrow, I love the conversation. But here's why I love the conversation more, was because even though you had the meta knowledge, Kevin, that she had already killed John Irons, you still spent the coin and you still did all the stuff because that's what your plan was. And then you showed up and you were like, all right, guys, I got all the mother. Like, you know, and that made it so good. But at the same time, Ebony, the reason that I loved what you did with John Irons wasn't because you killed him. I don't care. I don't care if you kill my bad guys. I like how. You know, that's everything to me, is how are you, the devil's in the details, please. And you made it interesting. You didn't make it simple and stupid. You know, it wasn't like Scarlet snipes him from the window. That wouldn't have worked. You know what I mean? Like, because it's not because it logistically wouldn't have worked. It wouldn't have worked because fuck you, that's not interesting. But you said fuck you and made it interesting. You know what I mean? Like, and I loved that. I loved that the whole thing was a build up to killing him, and I didn't know, and no one else in this game knew. That's excellent. And guess what? That's excellent role play. And for your first role playing game, that was really fucking good.
Thank you.
Like that's how you play you're playing your character, and it was awesome, and it paid off. It was just tough. It was hard to do, but you did it, and at the end, you sacrificed a piece of yourself to do this because you told yourself you were going to do it, and I love that. You chose to lose your eye. I didn't. I would have been satisfied with a scar across the head, or you know what I mean, an ear, a bit of your ear. But you took your own eye. That's a good role play, and I love it. And of course, then the talk with the demon, where you just said everything I wanted you to say. It's just love it. I love it. Boy, I can't wait to put him in the story more. So here's the thing. I'm going to choose Ebony tonight for the extra point. I'm going to choose you, Crystal, for the extra point because of everything that I just said. But at the same time, Kevin, you're fucking knocking it out of the park with your role play. I fucking love it. This is fantastic. This is what makes me like playing role-playing games, was this session right here. You know what I mean? You guys did stuff. You killed some people. You did some things. But goddamn, was the role play good? And that's it. That's the game. To me, that's every role-playing game. That's the whole point, is that we created a story tonight. And I loved it. And thank you guys for doing that with me. It was fucking fantastic. You didn't get any coin by the end of it, but goddamn, did this feel cool to watch. And I hope cool to play. But well done. You have definitely caused quite a ripple in the city at this point. Pissed off some people, made some people happy. So that's what you're supposed to do.
Like
So
you
yeah,
do.
so Crystal, you get 6 XP. Everybody else gets 5. Fucking crushed it tonight, guys. Well done. Well done. That was awesome.
If
That's
the
all
date-
I have to say on that. What?
If the date had gone poorly, he'd have lived.
It's so
Yeah,
true.
by that conversation, yeah, actually.
Yeah.
But
Because
he
she
was
killed
too
him because she felt it.
he was too goddamn handsome is the problem. Fucking John Irons is a stud.
Well, not
was
anymore.
a stud.
Well,
Well-
not much of a stud now.
Well, now he's a
No.
ghost stud.
Maybe, or he's dead.
Maybe.
Or he's
Yeah.
just gone.
Yeah.
But
We did
oh,
just
and Scarlet now has a Severosi 6 gun, which I think is very
Yes.
suited to your
Scarlet
character.
has one and Sparrow has one.
Yeah,
Right.
Sarah has
Sparrow put one in a box full of gunpowder. I don't know about. Are you getting that back? Are you gonna
Yes,
go find
there's a plan
oh,
for
okay.
it.
Okay, cool. But right now, Scarlet, you have a Severosi 6 gun, which is fucking gnarly. So, well done, guys. Fucking awesome. Thank you all for watching. Check out all the shit that I said. Check out the links. And, yeah, have a good night. Join us for the next one next week, hopefully, on Wednesday, if my internet survives. Sorry that I'm doing this
Hopefully.
from my phone, but we do what we must. We survive.
Sorry about your data plan.
Nah, I have unlimited. Doesn't matter. It'll just get really fucking slow. So,
Yeah.
so yeah. Have a good night, everybody.
All
We're
right,
doing a raid?
I can't
Ooh,
raid
let's do
still,
a raid.
so unless somebody else can raid for me.
Nope.
Nope.
I'm
I
on
don't
my
have that power.
phone.
I don't
Alright,
have the
everyone
power.
pick a channel you'll enjoy and go and watch it.
All right, everybody,
Yeah.
have a great have a
Yeah.
great night. Okay, see you next time.
Bye,
Oh wait. There, Teddy
Wait,
says.
what?
Teddy said
Oh,
they
hold on, we
might.
got
She
Nerdy
might.
Teddy.
She might. Wait. Yeah,
Maybe.
maybe.
Nerdy, what are you doing?
No, she knows what she's doing.
My
We're
fingers look all-
waving.
My
We're just gonna
fingers
keep.
look all
We're just
crooked.
gonna keep waving, forever. It's okay.
Get me out of this hell. Get me out of my box.
Just,
Continue waving.
This
just
is
keep
where I live
waving.
now.
This is how I live.
I'm just looking back at chat before it disappears.
There we go.
Okay.
Oh, we're going to
There we
raid Dice Poor Eye. All right, everybody go get your emotes ready, and we'll raid Dice Poor Eye. All right. Have a great night,
Nice
everybody.
priority.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm tired, okay? It's been a long night.
Wave.
Wait,
And
we're
we're
out. Okay.
I got it.
Excellent.